What? I found all the clips, by the way, that I have kept forgetting to clip. Some of them were hard to find,
Oh, that's
but I fucking did it. I did it while I was just at work chilling, just listening to them. I'm like, oh, there it is.
meh.
Some gems.
Gotta get my hands on some like background music.
Yummy. Mmm.
Oh God, we're live.
Yep. Hit it.
Can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
What's up, everybody?
There was a solar eclipse
Not
apparently
much.
earlier today, and I had no idea. I think I was sleeping.
I'm surprised Xana didn't try that at one point.
All right. Can I get pizza, guys? I get
Whoa,
pizza
that's
for that?
crazy.
Are you going to go pick it up, or are you getting it delivered?
Do I look like I'm
I don't know.
poor?
I can't see you.
Do I look like I cannot afford to place the man under my boots?
No,
Yeah,
I said
as
you
he
were gonna
brings
go
me
get
my
pizza, so.
dinner.
All right, cool. Then you do that. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's got her tail under my chair wheel, and I can't roll it forward.
Oh, that's
Don
too
doing
bad.
a Code Lyoko stream. Who could imagine?
I don't know, man.
Some people. All right,
Let's see, what
tweeted.
coupons?
Man, it's good to see a few, several. What if Kolyoko has a reboot Reddit post now? They're back. It's been like 3 of them the past week.
Oh,
They were gone for a
It's
while.
that time of
Code
year.
Lyoko.
No. It's time for our yearly. What if Code Lyoko gets a reboot post?
Exactly.
What if indeed?
Happiness. I hope.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Code Leo.
You cut out there. Just Kolyoko. I think I know where you were going though.
you're about to be like, oh, cold Yoko, but baby.
It's trash. That's what I was expecting.
Because everyone's like fucking like, oh my god, the new Dragon Ball looks like shit, and it's like, I mean, super. You know what? That's not this stream. All I'm gonna say is that I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, and I haven't been for a while.
Meh.
What's a Dragon Ball?
Don't worry
Dragon
about
Ball
it.
Z.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Uh,
Deja vu. I'm sure Jay might come in later, but we're gonna go ahead and start.
Okay.
Which one are we talking about?
Deja vu.
Deja vu. I have been in this place before. Higher
On the street. And it's not, and I know it's my time to go. Calling you, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me.
I'm gonna mute you if you don't stop.
That was great. Good job. Yeah, what happens in this episode? This is one my brain can't think on this one. I'm gonna have to read. Alita is plagued by strange visions, Right.
I remember this episode decently well because it's one of the
know
it's
what?
one of the like plot progression episodes.
Then you know what? How about
Is this the one
Almost
where
called you Laura.
where Aelita discovers the entrance from the Hermitage to the sewer?
maybe?
No, I think that was a New Order.
That was a while ago. Also,
Oh.
why? Oh, here we go. For some reason, the Discord thing was like folded up, and I couldn't see who was talking, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Rippies.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
So
you know what?
Do you want me to give the synopsis?
Yeah,
from
no,
memory?
yeah. You can go ahead and talk. You know what? How about we start with you?
Please.
Okay. Oh, with me. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
so
hold on.
Deja-
Actually, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Momo is
We're
about to
waiting
join.
on. Okay.
Oh.
Just let me know when.
Oh, wait.
Let's go.
Oh. So this is the one where Aelita realizes Franz Hopper's connection to the Hermitage or something.
No,
Oh.
we already solved that multiple episodes ago.
Yeah, no, we figured that out because
No, but and then they have to go to the Sector 5, I think, to get data on it. And Schivazo attacks her. Yeah, that's what this episode is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I was ordering a pizza.
There she is. Hello, Momo.
hello.
Hello.
Perfect timing. Even though it's 30 minutes after.
Ooh,
up?
Momo.
Long time no see.
Yes.
Yeah, what you up to?
Indeed.
I have been really, really busy. I got a new job,
Hell yeah.
and I've been back to Daytona
Oh,
Beach.
nice.
Yeah, my birthday was recently, so I went back in Daytona for a bit, and I finally got my PC set up in Orlando, so I have my PC back. So
Hell yeah. That's all good
Um,
news.
yeah, I got a new phone, so Discord isn't on my new phone because I can't log in, so I haven't been able to really check Discord that much. But
Oh,
now
that
I'm
makes
back
sense.
in the game.
Back in the game. All right.
So-
So, happy belated
I'm
birthday,
back
by the
in
way.
the game, boys.
Sounds like your mic sounds like double the quality.
Oh, does it?
It's just so crisp.
I can actually kind of tell, yeah.
It's just so
Ah,
sick.
thank
Wait, are you on your computer or your phone right now?
It's my laptop connected to my PC.
Okay. It does sound.
I have a pseudo PC.
You do sound clear,
Lap-
so
Laptop
I didn't do anything
connected
different,
to
really.
PC.
I don't know. Maybe it's the. I don't know what it is. Mac. But it just sounds.
Yeah,
better.
so I have a MacBook. My MacBook is set up to a docking station, which is hooked up to 2 different monitors.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm using my AirPods to connect to my laptop because it's the MacBook thing. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
but yeah, I got a new keyboard and it's so pretty. I just got it today, so that's why everything's set up. I literally just brought my monitors in yesterday, and then I got the arm to my
Well-
desk to hold them both up so I can sew. And then I got my new little clicky keyboard, little fancy mechanical.
nice.
Now we need pics.
It was
Your
$20
setup.
on Amazon.
Yeah,
Awesome.
What?
Here, I'll send the picture of the setup.
Yeah.
Is that on sale? I hope that was on sale.
I don't know. I got it on Amazon. It's clicky. I don't know.
I mean, you know, if it works for you, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just like a mechanical keyboard for $20 that wasn't on sale sounds like e-waste waiting to happen. But you
It's
know, if
funny
it
because
works
when I
for
pulled
you, if you get your $20 out of it, happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm just
When
astonished
I,
to hear a $20 mechanical.
Well,
jealous.
I got it and the keys were like half popped off. It was really funny.
Okay, then there we go. All right, that makes perfect sense. Actually, no, you
Hey,
had to have gotten it on sale. Did you get it like on Wednesday or something?
No, I got it yesterday.
Were they still doing Prime deals yesterday?
Oh.
No, but they were doing it for my birthday, which was funny.
Doesn't matter.
I bought
Huh.
the Bookbird a bedside table
That's
because it was
I think
25
Cameron.
bucks.
Sorry, I think Cameron wants us to continue with the Koyoko thing.
Well, now I'm.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm
Damn you, Code Lyoko be damned. Let's rejoice about.
Here's a picture. Oh yeah, I made
little bit of money we can make
Oh,
in
what's
this.
this?
so
Hellscape.
I was
Oh, that's a nice
early
setup.
today, but I stayed a little longer to get this set up. So
Is it
now
my
if
voice
I
chat?
unmute this, we should be able. Everyone will be able to see on stream as well, the Discord chat until I mute it back up. So
Do you pull that other monitor out when you want to
Is-
use it, or are you just forever blocking it,
Yeah.
Momo?
So
Okay.
that's
So
not
right
the right.
Okay.
now, the documentation that I have isn't compatible with this monitor. So I bought a new one. It's coming in tomorrow. So I'm gonna send this other one back. But right now, I just have it pushed. It's an two-way arm, so I have just the arm pulled back up in front of the other one.
Wait, not compatible?
Yeah. So my MacBook 2, the M2 doesn't support two monitors at the moment. So it's only compatible with the one monitor that I have because it's considering itself a monitor. So it only does one external. So I bought a new docking station, so it should fix everything. So we'll see.
All right.
But like my little keyboard, it glows blue.
Blue. That's the color.
Oh, it's a 10 keyless as well. Yeah, okay. You know what? $20 makes sense. If it was on sale, $20 makes sense.
Yeah, and I play a lot of Minecraft, so I really kind of need my mouse closer to me. So I didn't really need all like because I have a larger keyboard that has the calculator on the side. It's massive, but I just don't need that much like space. You know, I just need to be small. Plus, I'm sewing on this table, so you need to be able to push it back and have a lot of room to sew on it.
You know what you're doing.
Let's keep annoying Cameron. What do you think of the mob vote?
All right.
Okay.
Here we
all
go.
right, Yep. Sorry.
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
Not
Oh, boy.
flower.
You want,
Kick it
you
off.
Want, you want me to?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. This episode starts. Now I'm doing this completely from memory, but I think I have a decent recollection of what Deja Vu is about. So this episode starts with Aelita having like visions. I think she just has these weird visions of like her. I mean, okay. Speaking as a Lyoko fan who's seen this show many times, it's flashbacks to her past, but like they don't know that, so it's just strange visions. She has them in the classroom. There's a scene where she gets them in like at the pool room where she like faints and passes out, and there's this cool moment where Jeremy jumps in and saves her from drowning. And then,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is also one of the episodes that confirms
Chad, Jeremy.
I forgot. There's a scene where they're like going to the pool room and they're like, Jim told you, Jeremy, to stop cutting class so you can't get out of pool this time. And they're like, oh, we can't wait to see you struggle at swimming. And he's like, you might be surprised.
Yeah, isn't swimming is like the one athletic thing Jeremy is like super good at. But it makes sense because you want to be thin. Like good swimmers are actually really thin.
Yeah, because if you're fat like me, then you just float all the time.
I mean, my
God.
headcanon is that he had a pool at home and that's why he's decent at swimming. He's just hung out. But
I don't know.
that aside,
He's hung out.
Well, not only that,
hung
but-
out in his home pool at his home, away from
Oh,
the attic.
I misinterpreted that heavily.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
continue.
my
please.
bad. Sorry. I'm just.
It also, oh sorry, it also harkens back to because I remember I think it was Laughing Fit where Jeremy dove into the sewer water to escape from the laughing gas.
Yeah, you know
So-
that was like a
yeah.
10 out of 10 dive. I would give him a medal for that.
He's decent at swimming. It's the one thing he can do. One athletic thing he's got going for him. Good for him.
You know,
The
that's
summer
probably the
went-
best. That's probably the best one that you should be good at because that burns off a shit ton of calories and gets you.
And it's
in the
also
best
how he
shape.
survives getting drowned by his clone in Double Take. No, is it Double Take or Double Trouble? No, it's double. No, it's Double
It's
Trouble.
double
my bad.
trouble because triple trouble is the one with the odd clone.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to figure out if it was Double Trouble or
But
Double
she
Take.
said
But no,
Double
Double
Take.
Take is when he makes a clone. Double Trouble is when Xana makes the clone.
Did we talk about Double Trouble
Yeah.
yet?
That's
No,
coming.
that's
It's a
next
season
season.
3 episode.
No.
We're getting there.
Okay, just.
I was just
checking.
bringing it up because it's another good example of him swimming. But
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Aelita has these visions and she's told to like rest in bed. The doctors think it's just like, I don't know, maybe she's just overworking herself. But Aelita is like, well, I really need to know where these visions are coming from. And I forget why, but she comes to the conclusion that the best way for her to get these visions are to go to Sector 5 and access and access the data there.
I mean, honestly, like Sector 5's such a big like boat for like the plot device where it's like if there's something going on that we just cannot explain through any other reason, go to Sector 5. Xana probably knows.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I forgot. There's a before she comes to the conclusion. There's a scene where she goes to the Hermitage, and we have It's actually a pretty impressive bit of fun transitions between like the dilapidated house of the present and like living space of her memories from the past.
Yeah, it's really spooky.
And there's even that very iconic scene where Franz Hopper's playing on the piano. And you see, I think I took the thumbnail from it where you see her looking over his shoulder, wondering what he's doing, and he just slowly turns to her, and you see the shine in his glasses, and it's like, it's like both intriguing and very spooky at the same time. For whatever reason,
I recall we turned it into a meme too.
Probably.
Why is George Lucas playing on my piano?
Oh, yeah.
And then Aelita's like, I need to find out where these memories are coming from. And she goes to Sector 5. The other Lyoko warriors catch wind of this, and Derby's like, you can't... Aelita, these memories are not that important. Like, we don't know where they're coming from. It's not that important. You realize this is a trap, right? And Aelita's just like, I do not care. I need to know.
Now, me personally, I'm just screaming, like, Jeremy, are you fucking kidding me? This isn't important?
Isn't there justification that these are just something Xana's concocted?
Yeah, their assumption is that Xana's, like, giving her hallucinations, like, playing movies in her mind. I think that's explained later on. Though we know now with the full context of the show that like Xana's basically giving her pieces of her own memories to try and like breadcrumb trail her to Sector 5 so he can steal her memory in full. But yeah,
he doesn't want to deploy the Schifozoa outside of Sector 5.
I mean, that's pretty clever, like, to do.
I think Sector 5 just makes her more vulnerable. Like, yeah, he can send the Schifozoa out, but I think it's just easier to do it in Sector 5, and it also makes it easier to trap her.
Yeah, it's his house. He can Netflix and chill, like, immediately. Just be like, oh, hello. Yes.
Is it his house, though?
Yeah, they literally say that this is where Xana lives.
Yeah.
Who, the Warriors? Because...
Aelita does, when she's looking at the terminal.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's where its core code routines probably run, so
yeah, they literally state it, and I'm pretty sure they say it in the French dub too, where they say like this is Xana's home, like this is literally like where he dwells, even though we never see him, which is, you know, that's my own thing where it's like, oh, I wanted to see Xana.
I mean, it's more like this is the technically where he is sort of thing than.
I mean, he could be anywhere, but this is where he chills out on Fridays. This is when he uses up too much data. He's like, "Oh God, I need a pizza." It's when he does
he's just present across the whole subsystem for the supercomputer, though. That's why he.
Does the whole it's like, yes, I'd like to make an order. Extra thick, please.
I'll have a large. Yep.
Oh my God!
Come on, guys. No. Hold on.
Sorry.
Everybody knows Xana has already done the attack where he orders like a bajillion pizzas to the factory that the Warriors can't pay for, so the police show up.
So they have to return to the past because they just can't pay. That's such a douchey attack, but he would.
That's so funny.
That's such a douche move, but he totally would.
That's like delivery.
He had actually.
Thank you for calling Fran's Pizza. How can I help you today, sir?
Thank you for calling Le Pizza Entourage. This is Jacques. How can I help you?
Pizzas to be delivered at 7 p.m. tonight. To this location. When you arrive, please proceed down the elevator, and then enter into the keypad hidden behind the button. This code.
Yeah, the code is...
Okay, that's enough. All right.
Now you're going to sound like her. Now you're saying Herb and Nicholas. It's starting to sound less
What?
of a bit.
That does not sound like
that's
Herbie
like
Nicholas.
that's actually like an attack that would
Maybe more
work, like, that would
Nicholas.
force a return to.
But-
That would force a
Yeah,
return
I just
trip.
switched my brain for a
Would they-
second. Yeah, it's Nicholas.
Evolution had
Oh.
two like how many flip flops ordered? Was that who did that? Anyways, was that a Xana thing
That
or
was-
something
Yeah,
else?
I
it
don't
was
know if
1,000.
Xana did
It
that
was
or if he
1,000
created a
flip-flops.
glitch that did that.
Because if so, he had an opportunity there. Oh man,
Yeah.
It's
That
flip
was-
flops and hay, and it's weird.
it's so
Wasn't that
weird.
the same? No, that's not the same episode. I was confusing
Yeah.
it with the other episode where Xana like makes a bunch of people think they won the lottery.
Oh,
Okay, iconic.
Yeah,
though.
no,
That's
that's the
actually an
episode
attack.
before it, actually.
That's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Chaotic Caddick is episode 12, and Friday the 13th is episode 13.
Which
and
was
it was
yesterday.
Friday the
That was
13th
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
October,
So,
too, the spooky
anyway,
one.
I apologize. I didn't. Sorry, Laura. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, we went on a tangent. In
Yeah.
terms of deja vu synopsis, I know there's a moment where not Laura, sorry, Aelita.
Oh my god.
Ron, go.
Aelita is like, she keeps pushing at the database. She's like, I'm almost there. I'm so close. And Jeremy's like, Aelita, you can't do this. You gotta release control. You gotta let me send the warriors in to protect you. This is insane. She's like, I gotta know. I gotta know. And then I think the Schizozoa gets her, and that's when Jeremy can send in the warriors to like save her.
Yeah.
And I know they do. They deactivate the tower. Oh, I think it's a. No, I'm confusing the hidden Sector 5 tower reveal from Franz Hopper. That's a different episode.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Although the funny thing is, they
Yeah.
actually do find out that like they do find relative information because of what she did. So
Yeah.
in the end, it did actually work out.
And they have a talk at the very end, and they speculate like, yeah, we don't know where those memories are coming from. Maybe Xana made them up just to mess with you or to like lure you in. We know where they come from with the full context of the show, but at the time they did not. So
Yeah, it's like they're real. Xana's just making them happen.
yeah. It's an interesting episode, but I'm trying to think like it's not like it's a bad episode, it's just not a standout. And it's weird because this is a plot episode too. So
It's, you know what? It's an episode that makes you ask questions, and I like episodes that push the plot along in ways that aren't like super clear as long as they're addressed later, which they do eventually. So it's cool with me. It's not like bad or like egregious or anything. It's not like a waste of time or anything like that too. They do figure out things,
yeah,
and it does lead into events later. So
I'm thinking B just because it's not a bad episode. It's just like it's not as strong. It's got a decent amount of intrigue, but at the same time, I don't know, for whatever reason, there's other better intrigue episodes out there, and it's just not. Even I remember this episode, but even then I still had to like struggle to come up with a synopsis. So I don't know, unless I'm mistaken, but right now I'm thinking B.
I had to Google it because I was like, "What happens again?"
I don't think I have anything else to say at the moment. That might change later.
Okay. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I really don't have a lot to go off of that hasn't already been said. I will say I did look up some trivia for this one, and I found out that this is apparently the second time in a row that Og gets squished in Sector 5, which is funny to me. It's like, oh, bad luck, bro.
And then it will happen the third time. Okay,
Yeah.
no, that'd be hilarious.
But-
you want? Yeah, I mean, you can go
We have,
next.
oh, it was just hold on. 10 seconds of silence. This episode is so mid.
I mean, it doesn't really do much aside from like tell a story, which is fine, but it doesn't tell like a ton of story.
That's such a
There
weird way to say
You know what?
it.
There was one funny thing
It
where
just tells
like
a
the
story.
three Lyoko warriors are like, "Oh, we have to. Can we go to the bathroom?" And then her just like, "No, you all go at the same time all the time. I refuse." to
I
let
forgot
you
that
go."
this episode was that scene. I remember that scene. I didn't know it was from this episode.
And I'm like, I'll be fair to her this one time,
Mm.
as a substitute teacher myself, that would get annoying. You know,
Yeah.
I'll give her
It's
some
sus,
slack
very
on
sus.
this one and this one time, but like, fuck it, I still hate her. I don't care. But
Oh my god, you know what? You know something? This is spoilers for like the books. But you know how like Mrs. Hertz was, you know, like the Return to the Past don't really affect her. Like that's probably why she figured out like, oh, you guys keep going to the bathroom all the darn time. You ain't going this time around. Yeah, because the Return to the Past don't mess her up. I know that that's only. I know that's only in the books, but I just find that funny.
I hate to get technical, but Chronicles doesn't have Return to the Past. There's no immunity to it because it just doesn't exist.
That's a big
Yep.
rip. Disgusting.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, what? Wait. Yeah, it doesn't have to, because like obviously, if the Return to the Past doesn't happen in Chronicles, then like it still happens in the original show. So
It's the lack
And
of
there's
Return
a-
to
you
the
don't
Past
understand.
is one of
Oh
the
my
reasons
god, I just felt so
why
funny.
Chronicles is kind of questionably canon.
they
I don't count
snorted
it as canon,
so
but-
much crack when they wrote those books. I haven't read them
Yeah.
yet, but the fact that there's no Return to the Past, it just makes me think like, okay, they definitely were not thinking when they wrote this shit.
Season 4 technically doesn't exist in Chronicles, so I'll give you that.
William only got possessed that one time and not for months.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything to say about this thing?
No. Not
No.
really.
no.
I'll throw this out. I did not remember what this episode was at all.
Me too.
Like, at all.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
have the
read the
Wikipedia pulled up for all
synopsis.
this.
This is the B.
I always pull these up. I just in case. But I like. So
Yeah,
there's always
yeah.
some. There's also some
Yeah,
details
can't
I
do it
forget
again.
as well.
Progresses.
Well,
Progresses
I
the
binged it.
main plot of the whole season. Nobody fucking remembers it.
No,
Yeah.
I
It
Here's the
basically
thing.
adds,
The
it
titles
adds
get
to
mixed
the
up.
foreshadowing of like like the reveal of where Aelita comes from. That's really, this is just set up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where does Aelita come from? Will you tell me
She's
she's
Nobody
I think she's
knows.
from Switzerland or something.
Switzerland? Okay. No,
Oh.
that makes sense now.
That actually, there is one thing. Is that I think Odd, like he has a he's on a chat room, right? And
Yeah.
Oh
he's
yeah,
talking
I
to,
forgot
like,
about that.
Yeah,
That's
like a
this episode
mysterious
as well.
And it turns out to be Sissy.
Yeah, it's Sissy, and
Yeah.
he's just like,
Yep.
oh no.
Oh my god, how could we forget?
Probably because it wasn't
Because
really
this episode's
important.
mid.
Oh wait, I forgot this was that episode too. Oh, there was that whole
What happens?
subplot where like Odd's dating Mystery Girl, and then they.
Okay, this is
Oh, that's a good
this is
ending.
definitely B.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
This is definitely
it's funny.
B.
Okay, yeah, that, I was thinking.
You know, you could convince me it was a C. No,
to be
now
fair,
it's
it's
a B.
funny because like in the
I like how
prequel,
you-
he was like into her at one point.
Yep, ship it.
It would be that plot would be better if they actually like committed to doing character development for Sissy, but they never did. So
Well, every time they did, they just reverse it immediately.
Yep.
Yep.
I forgot.
Mid.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate to say it, this is a pretty like
I was
maybe-
tempted
probably
to say
C
C.
episode.
I was tempted to say C.
Like-
I guess that stupid odd and mystery girl thing was actually kind of saves it just a little bit.
Well, I'm glad I said something then. It's
But I'm just still
Oh.
skimming through the episode. I'm just
No,
like,
but-
What are you gonna say, Wizzy? You could.
Well, okay, since you mentioned skimming through the episode for one thing, I just think it's really funny that on YouTube it has this one massive spike near the beginning of the episode. Like, is anyone else seeing that?
What?
No.
What are you talking
What
about?
is
For
it?
in terms of in terms of the most viewed parts of the
Oh,
episode,
that.
this episode has like, yeah, it's a very like the rest of it is very small, and then it has this one really large
Oh.
spike at like 2 minutes.
That's
It's
weird.
really funny, but
Just about.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But either way, what's it? No, in
thing's not
regards to
right.
this episode, one of the in regards to this episode, one of the big things about it is even when I read the synopsis, I still couldn't remember what happened in this one. So it's just not very remarkable. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does have the stuff. It does have some good development in terms of like, yeah, the Jeremy and Aelita stuff and what's it? The Odd having his mysterious computer girlfriend who turns out to be Sissy is very funny, but even then, it's just an episode that's there, and I think, like Flower said, it's an episode that there are better plot episodes that do similar things better. So it's like, yeah.
I have to
C.
agree. I'm gonna say C, honestly. Although
Yeah.
I do like, I will say that whole subplot was pretty funny, like with the whole like
Yeah.
internet girlfriend thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a
Yeah.
bad episode, but... Oh.
Well, anyone else have anything else to say about this?
I'm
Mid
sticking to
episode?
B. I think it's a very solid B. I think it's a step up from mid. It's just that like, but I wouldn't put it in A or like S. It's a good episode, but it's not a like a standout episode.
Yeah, I don't know. No one else has anything to say.
Not really.
Oh man,
Man,
I don't
poor
know if
Deja
I.
Vu.
I know.
I guess
those episodes are
it's-
gonna appear. Not. It won't be often though.
I do have trivia for this episode. The French version, I don't actually remember offhand what the French version of this like title is, but it's not Deja Vu. And I thought
Oh,
that was interesting because Deja Vu is a French term.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, it would be Deja Vu in both languages. No,
Yeah,
actually.
that,
Oh, no,
I do
in,
remember that, but I forgot the name. I forgot.
Um,
This is Wikipedia. It says the
And-
translation was footprints.
re-
I don't know,
Yeah.
it doesn't ring a bell.
yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Prince.
This is the one thing
I
I would look
cannot.
up.
I cannot spell. I cannot spell that.
I'll be right back. My pizza's here. But yeah, I gave it a B.
Okay.
Footprints. Imprantes, footprints.
Yeah. C for can't remember this episode.
Perfect.
C for couldn't care less.
Great. Okay.
Me and you,
let me
way
get
do
my-
back in it.
Yep. Oh my god.
We've been
This is why I
reunited.
missed you, Momo. Yes.
Poor Cam.
Poor Cam. What do you mean, poor Cam?
You have your troublesome twins back at it again.
Troublesome twins. Troublesome twins.
God. Okay. Let me give me a
Pizza
second
time.
here.
All right. What episode's next?
Hold on a second.
Anyway.
All right. So let's go. Let's do the rank. So,
I'm
Jory,
on.
Jory, what was yours? B.
C,
C.
honestly.
Okay. Me, I think. Don't hate me, Flower. I'm sorry. I had to change mine to C. I just
What? Why would we hate you?
because I'm changing my B to a C.
God, Cam, I cannot believe this.
Yep.
All right. You know what?
Truly.
You know what, Cam?
What? All right. Dylan was B.
Silence.
No, that makes sense.
I'm so
Flower said
angry with
B.
Cam. I have no words for him. That's why
Exactly.
I'm just like, you know what, Cam?
But do you have rank?
Momo said
Every
he said
day.
B.
I
No,
did.
he
I already
said B.
posted the rank
Oh.
Yeah.
because I'm
Oh.
better.
Momo said
I
C.
don't
think it's
read.
a high,
I can't
high
read.
C. It's a
High C? Hey, I love High C. That's pretty good stuff.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Colton, what was yours?
I'm gonna
Cam,
give it a
You're
C.
free to enjoy your personal time however you like.
Thank you.
But talking about drugs is how you get
High C?
demonetized on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know high C was a drug. I'm sorry,
Oh
my
my
bad.
god.
That's
No,
kids, stay away
was
from high
making a
C.
joke.
Everybody, kids, stay away
Oh
from
my
high
god.
C. Okay,
Anyway.
Colton, what's your rank?
Yeah, before I was so rudely interrupted. I'm kidding. No, I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna give this episode a C for Christ Almighty. Let's just move on to the next episode.
That's so good. And another C. Okay, it wouldn't even matter. All right. So now, where do we put it?
C, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but let's see where we put it at C.
Oh,
Hold on.
like where in the order?
Yeah. So we
relative to
got
the other C's?
What are the other episodes?
You have the first one you have is Saint Valentine's Day, and then frick, what is that one called again? A Fine Mess, and then you have
That's not fine.
it's
That's
not
not fine mess.
Oh.
No, that's Missing Link.
Missing Link. Okay,
That's St. Valentine's Day Missing Link in Contact.
no.
Oh no, you're right.
That's
Sorry.
Was it the lottery one?
I
The one I don't-
Contact. Well,
It's the one-
Contact and Chips Are Down have.
Oh
like,
yeah, you're right. They
writing on
do.
paper.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, chips are down. That's what it is. Yeah. So
I'm gonna put it between 32 and 34.
Okay. What
You know,
about
now that I think,
everyone?
now that I
I
think
can
about it,
agree with that.
I can live with that.
am I muted?
What, Colton?
Oh, I guess I'm not muted. Anyways, I was gonna say, I think that if War was in this episode, I probably would give it a B. But
If who?
if War was in this
What the-
episode,
Okay, interesting.
What?
That's so
Okay.
weird. It's so random. Okay,
Why
so
Laura?
where do you yeah, why Laura?
because it'd be more exciting.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Where would you where would you want to put it in the C rank? Colton.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with it
which
being
guy?
C2.
Which person is he talking to? Okay. G.
What is going on right now?
What?
Yeah, what is going?
I'm so
G
confused.
G. What are you?
No, not G. I meant G is GEE.
Oh.
War G.
You're like okay. You're like okay.
You're such a
And then
That's
G.
a-
troll that I thought you were being serious.
I'm serious.
The worst
Listen to me.
episode in Koyoko history.
Okay. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what? We're
this
kidding.
is
We're gonna keep-
definitely as
Level
bad as the,
down.
oh
Which
yeah,
I would,
this is definitely as bad as the Lotto episode for sure.
I would like to apologize.
Why?
I have a cold
Oh.
right now. So,
How
I can't
dare
say
you insult
properly.
Chips Are Down?
Well,
How dare you even joke
well,
about that?
first of all, Dylan, you have it in front of Chips Are Down, so that makes sense. Oh, wait, no. So everyone else. So is this okay? Is it? Jory,
I
you
really
said.
don't care where you put it.
Yeah, Jory said
Yeah,
he.
wait.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys didn't rate Chips Are Down to B.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That kind of
disappointed.
got me again a little bit, but someone just subscribed again.
I think I can live with
We
Thank
don't
Ed
talk
E
about
for the
chips,
sub.
yeah.
with the implication that St. Valentine's Day is better than Deja Vu. I think I also put St. Valentine's Day as B. I could be wrong.
Mhm.
I don't think I voted it like as low as C.
What am I doing?
Shoot, what was I saying?
We're all
Okay.
confused.
No, Jory says that it's not as bad as Chips Are Down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think where it's at is okay. It's in between St. Valentine's Day and
Yeah.
Missing Link. All good
Yeah.
with that? Okay. All right, 47, Tip Top Shape,
Really like this one.
where Jeremy
It's a
does his
fun
thing
one.
and gives Odd
Yeah.
Spectre powers to fight off Xana Spectres.
I'm just pissed they never revisited
No.
this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because Xana almost fucking kills Odd.
No, it's
Of
that
course they're not gonna
Well-
fucking revisit it.
Would you just
They
shut
all-
the hell up
they-
for like 3
they-
seconds
they-
and let me finish my thought?
Oh no.
Well, hold on. I got it. Listen,
Jesus
listen.
Christ.
Let's calm down here. I do have to say that that they always almost get killed, regardless.
Yes.
Yeah,
There-
but
there
like
you go.
this time in particular, it is specifically because of the
Oh
the
right, right.
make-
That's right
the
because he
power.
loses his that's right. He loses a lot of energy.
If you want to get technical, the teleportation in season 4 is kind of an evolution of this concept. Like, because in season 4, they themselves are like specters being beamed up into the labs, and yeah.
Kind of.
Actually.
I guess.
So it's like kind of an evolution of the concept, but not really. It's,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I mean, like, so what I'm gonna say, just in terms of this episode, first of all, like, I don't know where people stand on this joke specifically, and this one joke specifically, um, is that like, there's one time where fucking like Sissy is like, she's like, oh my god, I gained like 5 pounds, like how is that possible? And she's like, your scale must be broken. She's like, no, it's fine. And she's like, I'm gonna go tell my dad. And then she's like, you should run to the office. You'll lose some weight that way. And I mean,
Oh God.
I mean, I don't know where that
Wow.
joke stands nowadays, but me as someone who is currently losing weight, I thought that was funny. Personally, I don't know how everyone else feels about that. I thought it was kind of funny. I get if people are offended by that. I thought it personally, to me, was funny. I'm not disingenuous saying anyone else that thought that it wasn't. I'm just saying.
I think this doubles down on my theory that every teacher at Cat Academy is an asshole.
Well, the nurse wasn't like being an asshole. I mean, I don't know if that was. I don't know. That's not like Mrs. Hertz levels of being an asshole. That's just like. And to be fair, Sissy started. She was like, "Your thing's broken. I'm gonna report to your superior, and like get you fired because your scale said that my weight is this." Like that's being an asshole. You know?
I mean, yeah, but that's par for the course for Sissy.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Anyway. I just
Well,
wanna
okay.
go-
You know what? Then again, if since it is Sissy, then okay, sure.
I just wanted to get that across. Like,
Because
I don't know how
I bet
everyone
you
else
said
feels
that
about that.
before.
That's just my personal view on that joke because I figured we were gonna touch on that one way or the other. The second thing is that fucking so obviously the main crux of the episode is that Jerry decides I'm gonna try something else because having to fight these super powered weirdos all the damn time and getting like bodied by them sucks. So I'm gonna take.
Skill issue on Jeremy's part. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
No, wasn't the main crux
We're
of this
almost halfway
issue
through
the
this
fact
show.
that
Let's try something
Aelita doesn't
else.
technically have any legal health
but-
documentation?
Yeah, and then the nurse is like, "Oh, it's all right. We'll just fucking write that out later. It's cool and whatever." She obviously the nurse has just done this so many times.
What?
She's just like, I want to get this figured out later. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
and
but
it's like that's such a
huge
mood.
stress point for like Jeremy and Aelita up until like then it actually happens. Then Aelita just gets kidnapped, so it's like a non-issue
Yeah,
or a non-thought.
but I mean, like, even if it wasn't, like, the nurse is just gonna be like, "It's okay. Just put it in your folder. We'll handle it later." And it's like, okay, and then Jeremy could just like bullshit some documents, problem solved as usual. Like it would have been a big deal. But then, so Jeremy's like, I'm gonna, like, give you powers because, this thing I've been working on and we kind of need an advantage because this is getting ridiculous. And he decides Odd is the one to test this out. And honestly, this was the coolest shit ever. Like, getting possessed by Jeremy and then hearing Matthew Gezzy's Odd voice with the Xena filter of being possessed sounded so awesome. It was so cool. Like, especially like the first thing he says is like feeling recharged or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, that sounded so cool. And like getting to see these two, like basically have like a Super Saiyan anime fight together. Even though it was pretty short lived because Zen is immediately like, okay, well we can't have fun, so I'm just gonna start like, being a giant asshole and just like taking over this tower from y'all. No hard feelings. It's just these are my toys, and you can't have them, so whatever. And like, I don't know. It just goes into further my thing about so they do this in this one episode, and just this episode, and then they never do it again, which I was sad about, because, like, I feel like there were definitely ways to, like, because, I mean, you go through bullshit stuff all the time about how they can get around this and that and everything to avoid Xana just fucking them over 24/7. I feel like there definitely was some way. I mean, I can't explain any of this because this is like fictional science or whatever. But like, if there's a way to like bring people from fiction to reality, and there's a way to like change gravity and shit like that, and take over military satellites, there's got to be a way to keep Xana out when you got his tower. You know?
Okay. So I get the sentiment, and I mean we need to keep in mind that Code Lyoko is full of MacGuffins. It does have a bunch of MacGuffins, and this is arguably a MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
But we should emphasize that a lot of the times, whenever something goes horribly wrong for the Warriors, and one of them like legitimately almost dies, they tend to not try to repeat that.
Okay.
Marabunta's a good point. They, and I mean, they arguably bring Marabunta back at the fucking very end of the series to off Xana once and for all.
Okay, that's fine, but the Marabunta was like them and Xana and Lyoko getting fucking devoured threat level.
Well, it would have been fine if they never sent Aelita to Lyoko for that episode.
Well, I mean, now we're getting into like specifics. I'm saying that like this is definitely like a one-off case where they definitely could have had this happen again. Like, you cannot tell me that they just didn't do this because they didn't want them to have a check to Xana being superpowered.
And then there's also the thing that what happens if Xana just, instead of like killing, possesses the person that you're empowering instead using the tower. And now you have to deal with the Spectre and fucking Odd being the shit out of Jeremy while the rest of you are stuck on Lyoko.
Well, that'd be interesting to explore. I mean, Xana's done worse. He's done different things. I'd like to actually see an episode where that happens. That'd be interesting to like explore. If they want to like show that it's too dangerous to use, they have to actually like provide more than just this one thing. Show that it's too different, too dangerous.
I'm actually gonna side with Dylan that I kind of feel like this does show that it's too dangerous because Xana just reactivated Odd's tower, and then rather than try to control him or anything like that, he's just gonna kill him straight from the inside using the superpowers that Jeremy gave him.
Yeah,
that is insane.
That is insane.
And like we need to keep in mind, Jeremy isn't Franz Hopper. He doesn't have over a decade of like experience working with the supercomputer and or just supercomputers in general. And Franz Hopper fucked up his super AI. So what Jeremy doesn't want to do some things when it's very clear they are outside his wheelhouse of understanding. And Marabunta as an episode sort of cements that idea of I need to be a lot more careful about the things I try because clearly, it almost killed Aelita and Odd. Well, not Odd because he would just devirtualized, but it almost killed Aelita. So obviously in this episode you kind of go like, well, he just threw that idea of caution to the wind, but no, he clearly had been working on it for a while, and he wasn't gonna just nominate one of them to do it. He needed one of them to volunteer, and it kind of ended up being Odd.
I mean, yeah, that's totally fine. All I'm saying is that like, you're saying that like he doesn't have the experience to like continue, to like make these new ideas or like to actually figure this shit out, but you're forgetting, this is a fucking 12-year-old that's been able to figure all this shit out so far. This should be impossible to begin with.
No, but the point I'm making is not that he's unwilling to try these things. It's that he's approaching them with extreme caution. And when something goes especially wrong or especially endangers his friends, he decides to put that off to the side and not, either work on it a lot more before employing it, or just bench the idea, which in this case is probably what he does. He just benches the idea.
I'd like to come in here with the meta perspective of, because I think the crux of this argument is I want to see like the Lyoko warriors start using the towers like Xana does in a way, but to benefit themselves during fights, because and to explore that in full. And I think I get the appeal of that idea, but like the show itself doesn't really want to go down that route of like, what if the warriors start activating towers for their own gain? Like, I mean, they do, but they do it in a very limited capacity, and they opted to just have episodes like this or like Marabuntu to show like, if you mess around with the supercomputer, it's probably not going to end well unless you really know what you're doing. Not even Franz Hopper like pulled it off for like he went crazy and he created Xana and got trapped in his own creation. So like I think the showrunners just didn't want to turn this show about kids fighting a super AI and go dive deep into the well, what if the Lyoko warrior started like doing the things Xana does?
Well, I
Part
think
of that might be budget, and part of that might just be, it's just that would take a lot of thought to be put into the scripts, even more so than though it's already being put in there.
and to add to the meta like analysis of this, like obviously implementing limits and constrictions and challenges to make your writing more complex but more convincing or more enjoyable to sort of deconstruct. You still don't want to just throw all these ideas like, oh, the Warriors can do this now, so we have to include it in every episode we can. Maybe not every episode, but like, you know, it's got to be at least every 3 episodes now, sort of. You know, when you introduce ideas, it is okay to then turn around and be like, that idea is done with. We used it for an episode, it's over. Because you don't want to create a scenario where you just keep adding ideas on and now you're repeating everything and the show gets super samey because you're using the same gimmicks every 2 episodes because you're contriving yourself to these writing mechanics that make a great single episode, maybe 2, maybe a 3rd even. But once you start hitting an idea for 4 episodes, it gets samey. You know, the Return to the Past gets really samey by the end of season 1, which is probably one of the other reasons they implemented the rule mechanic that Xana gets more powerful per Return to the Past. They wanted to add this rule to their writing to make it better because returning to the past every time Xana attacked was getting stale. It was making the writing worse. So by adding that rule, they made the writing better.
No, I'd argue they made up that rule to justify their previous writing rather than to like limit themselves. Because even in season 1, they were only returning when they needed to.
I mean, yes, like obviously it's a retroactive canon rule that was added to the writing, but they certainly added it so to challenge and make their writing better. But you don't want to just always add things and always have to use those things. It is perfectly okay for this to be a one-off mechanic because its function is as a one-off mechanic. But now if, like I said, if you impose it every couple of episodes where they're using, it just gets samey. It becomes a trope. And there's nothing inherently wrong with tropes. But you don't want to just make everything a trope for your show. You don't want your show to be a trope fest. Sort of, so, you know, from the meta and just from the base storytelling standpoint, there's enough justification there to really be like, it's probably for the best that they didn't really repeat this idea too much, if at all.
Well, I like that they at least approached it. Like they said, yeah, let's try it. And then they showed why we shouldn't do this all the time because Odd almost died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, okay, so I stay quiet because I wanted to hear you guys' like thought process. I think like that's fair enough. What you guys have been saying, like how, you know, it would get repetitive if it was used too much. I'm not saying it should have been used all the time. I think there definitely should have been a cost, and there definitely should have been repercussions to this happening, whether it would have been imposed by Xana or would have been imposed by using the process itself. What I'm saying is that it was a damn shame that it was only used one time in one season out of 4, and a sequel series, and the books, and the comics, and never again.
No,
I
feel
mean,
you.
that's what I'm
you
saying.
want to bring the
I can
books
agree
up
with that.
in terms of this?
I do feel
The
that
books
though.
do such a
Well,
their own thing.
I don't
like,
listen. I'm just saying it was one time, and I
Yeah.
wish it was done more. That's all I was saying.
I agree on
I'm
that.
saying
I agree on
cool.
Georgie's point, and I agree with why it's
Yeah.
not used again. So there you go.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Because-
that's
yeah,
all I was
because you
saying.
know
I
that Xana's gonna
wasn't
take
saying that it should have been used all the time or
Yeah,
made
yeah.
a regular thing.
Yeah.
I was just
It
saying
was a cool thing.
it really sucked that it was only used once.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Xana would probably do it over and over again if Jeremy keeps trying that. So.
I mean, it's sort of the same. It's sort of the same thing as why doesn't Xano do the same attack twice? Ignoring the few
does, though.
times he pretty much does do the same attack
Yeah,
twice.
he possesses someone different each time, and then tries to use and whatever person he possesses,
Can we not bring up the
laser.
fact that
Yeah,
he
takes him to the Lyoko,
uses an
gets
attack
zapped.
that almost wins several times, and then just doesn't repeat that attack, but do it just a little bit smarter the next time?
His possessions are mid. Those are mid attacks.
We should have got.
I'm not
we
even
should've gotten
talking
an
about his
old
possessions. He could make killer music, but he does it with a frequency humans don't hear, but it still affects them. Come on.
I mean,
Wouldn't that
again,
be
this is
friggin'
just
brilliant?
it's the nature of how the show's written. They want to have Xano almost win all the time, but they don't want him. They don't want him to actually win because that would be a whole ball of worms to ride around.
Yeah, I'm just saying that in furtherance of
Yeah. Okay. So apologies for that whole writers debate that just happened.
So
But
good.
just in terms of this episode, this is for me A tier. I loved it. I liked the fighting. I wish the fight was a little. I know it's a 20-minute episode, but I really wish the fight between the two superpowered humans was a long. Because I actually really do like the effects that happen when two
Dragon Ball Z pretty much.
Well, I liked it when I liked the effects and the sound effects choices that they used when two pixelated humans, or when a pixelated human is using powers or fighting, and it was really cool to see two of them going at it. I just wish that it was there was more of that.
All right. Who else wants to talk about this episode, if any?
I haven't
Or should we
actually
just
talked
go-
about the episode yet.
Yeah.
I'm I'm sorry.
All right, go
okay.
ahead, Flower. Go ahead, Flower.
Okay. Tip Top Shape. Tip Top Shape's just really, really fun. I don't know if I'd consider it a standout episode, but it is it's just, to me, it's just one of the more fun ones. Just Xana does a thing. Jeremy tries out a new thing. We don't need to get into that too much.
We already
but,
did.
no, actually, I think I do have more to say. My apology. Well, okay. Because I
No
do
worries.
think there is some fun to be had of Jeremy willing to test out powers like that and be yeah, I want to, help the warriors out and help my friends out to fight Xana's monsters. And why don't we do the same tactics he uses on us? It's actually pretty clever what he tries to do. It just backfires horribly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got the fun Dragon Ball fight between Odd and the nurse, and we have the juxtaposition of if we don't deactivate this tower soon, Odd dies. And I think they prioritize because it winds up with two different towers, and they're which tower do we do first? And everyone's Odd's tower immediately.
I really
if we
like
don't
that.
deactivate that, he dies. So
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that juxtaposition because they do this later on in a different episode with Francis White Tower. Where they're which one do we go after? And I like that they do that. It gives I like when there's multiple objectives to an episode, and it gives the viewer their own perspective of oh shit, which one's actually more important? Because there were for this episode and for the Future Friends episode that we'll get to eventually, there were people that were being like, "No, turn off Xana's tower. That'll make saving Odd's tower easier." And then fucking there's the other half that are like, "No, turn off Odd's tower. He's literally dying."
We might actually get to Contact tonight. That's coming up.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But
Yeah, this
I mean, we're
episode,
working through these pretty quickly.
I'm trying to remember where I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that juxtaposition, and then we had the fun scene at the end where like Aelita basically gaslights Sissy, being like, yeah, she just needed a breath of fresh air. She like
And she
walked
felt
out through
like
the window.
maybe I
Why
needed
not?
one too.
And then you have the others being like, wow, Aelita, you're getting really good at lying. It's almost like you're human. Hint, hint, foreshadowing, wink, wink.
It's almost like you've done this before. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, this is a fun
Done this
episode. I
before.
don't think it has any deep and meaningful plots other than the consequences of Jeremy trying to like Spectre Odd and it backfiring.
Yeah.
I think this would probably be I am thinking A now. It's a fun episode, probably A or A minus because it's
Would you
not
like some pizza now that you're part of the A Club, Flower?
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, just it's a good episode. I don't know. It's not usually one I come back to for like rewatching, but like
yeah,
I don't hate it. I do remember.
same.
I always
most
look
of it.
forward to it whenever I rewatch the series or whenever I watch it with someone. I was like, "Oh, this one's cool. Like, this concept's cool."
Yeah, it's fun. I just don't count it as like one of the top 10 episodes, I
No,
guess.
it's no Ghost Channel, but it's
Definitely
damn
It's definitely not.
Wow. Why'd you have to bring up Ghost Channel?
because Ghost Channel's the best episode.
But do
Yeah.
you
Okay,
want
but that one-
to
Yeah,
spend 2
but-
hours talking about this one episode?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna go with A.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Momo, do you have anything?
Not really. One of my favorite jokes comes from this episode. It's Odd saying that he's felt.
Oh yeah,
And I just love
that's
that.
right.
yeah.
He's
He
doing
gets,
push-ups
he gets
on
butt
the-
hurt.
favorite
Oh
line.
yeah. Oh, that's right. He's doing push-ups on the wall, and
Yeah,
then at one
on
point,
the wall.
Ulrich's like, "Knock him out, Rambo."
Yeah, like the jokes that came out of that just one scene are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh.
My
The
brother's
best
that
part is
size.
svelte is like a
So-
legit word for slender.
Yeah. That means
Yeah.
that
It's not
all
like some. It's the
Yeah.
like. It would be cool if they like added some like slang term for just being thin and slender, but no, they just were like straight up. Here's a fucking word for your vocab lesson next week.
Yeah, it's like here's a lesson you can
Oh.
use. Here's a word you can use in elementary school, kids.
All right, Colton, what about you?
Impress your teacher, your English language arts teacher.
The teacher will be like, "Where'd you learn that word from?"
Colton.
The French.
All right, moving on. Colton, you there?
Geez. Yes, I'm here. Gee, what do I have to say about this episode that hasn't already been said?
If you don't,
Probably nothing. I mean,
It has-
it is nice seeing Odd have some powers and whatnot.
And some badass
Like, you know,
one-liners with the nurse.
Yeah.
yeah, mano a mano, if you will. Hey, I'm on your level now.
Yeah.
Although
I mean,
I do wonder if Jeremy probably was watching Garage Kids on YouTube and was like, I think I can pull that off.
I
with you
let's be
using-
real. I think Odd's been
Oh my
bullied the
God.
most by Xana, so I think it was really cool that
that is
he,
Yumi. I thought
that he
but-
got
Oh,
the
yeah.
chance to like punch him out a few times.
Isn't it Yumi though? I feel like Yumi is the most bullied by Xana.
Well, I mean, in terms of getting physically beaten up. by
Well,
him.
okay. Yumi is the one that is most bullied by Xana on Lyoko, but on Earth it's
That's
Odd.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
It's
Wazy.
obvious. It's because Ulrich is too Chad. Dan's afraid
Right.
of him.
That's right. Wazy, your turn. If you have anything.
Okay. Well, as seen, I've given this episode a B+, and I think one of the main reasons for that is because of the fact that while this is a very fun episode, and I don't deny that, I also feel like it's an episode of very little substance, if that makes sense. Like it's definitely got its fun scenes. Like again, watching Odd and Xana tussle with the yes tussle with
So
the super
Dang, we're
with
going
the
through full vocab
Spectre
lesson
stuff
here.
is fun. We really are. God, also, what's it? I do enjoy them doing more daily life stuff with, yeah, it's health inspection day. Like, that's a fun premise for the episode in terms of, like, Earth stuff. They don't do a ton with it. It does bring up the neat question of Aelita does not have any health records, as stated earlier. Although it doesn't do much
That
with it.
they
It's just like,
know
yeah, well,
of.
yeah, exactly. But oh
Does a
god.
does
But also
a
another
death certificate count as a?
oh my god.
as a health
There,
record?
there is a question of does she actually have a health record from like her Shaper days?
Probably somewhere, but it's just probably just like buried under like
I
mountains of
think
paperwork.
probably maybe. I think
It's a
probably
big maybe.
The men in Men
Yeah,
in Black
it
probably
depends.
have it.
It's a question of did she have like any actual official documentation? I mean, she was on the run while she was young, so
Yeah. It's hard to say. I
maybe
mean,
she
at
has like
least
no
Delmas knew her,
documentation.
apparently. Delmas knew her, apparently. So there's that.
He knew Fran Stopper, and
That's
he didn't know
true.
Aelita.
This is true. But oh
I
my
mean,
god.
there's probably something to be said about. It doesn't seem like her parents. It seems sort of like her parents were allowed, like maybe on a short leash, to sort of just retire from the programs that they were in. And then eventually they were threatened to come back, and they didn't. So then Anthea gets kidnapped.
I really want to just like talk to Sophie and just be like, okay, I have a lot of questions. First of all, what the fuck happened like around this year to this year?
She probably would not have a lot of answers because that wasn't one of their biggest concerns when writing the show.
Then
And
I'd be,
I don't necessarily blame them for that
no, I wouldn't
either.
blame her, but then I'd be
But-
like, okay, so to your best assumption, just for me as a fanboy, could you just like give me some crumbs?
Oh.
It's
Oh
like,
gosh.
Wait,
we
you-
can change this later. Just give me something to work with.
Yeah.
I can't work with zero.
Getting back to the episode though.
Sorry.
What's it? There is no, it's fine. There is one other thing I do want to bring up about it, but the Ulrich scene where he uses triplicate and he's just playing around with Xana's monsters is
yeah.
really fun. Like,
That's this episode?
and
Was that
they
this? I
come
thought
back-
this was.
Yeah, that's this episode. No, that's this
Oh, that was
episode.
fine.
Tip
Contact.
top shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tip top shape.
I'm not
looking
good
for
at
it.
remembering
At least-
the Lyoko stuff. I
I
didn't also
swore
didn't know
Contact
it was
was
this
the one where
episode.
Ulrich was just on a fucking Chad fest protecting the tower. And that's the one where he was messing with Xana's
Yeah,
mom.
Yeah,
it's,
Like, let's be real.
it's tip top shape. I have
or-
the episode pulled up.
Yeah, me
Can't
too.
spell
I'm just
Ulrich.
looking for the
And
scene.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you have
Ulrich
also.
puts the-
it's around.
Yeah, where?
Or puts
It's
the
around
W in
15.
Warriors.
Oh, 15. I passed it.
But yeah, around 15 minutes. Yeah, when they come back from taking care of the mountain tower, and it's
Oh, yeah.
just like, where are the monsters? And Ulrich's like, monsters? What
Oh.
monsters?
Yeah, he's
Let's
talking to his
get
clones, being like,
sad, and it's
you gotta
great.
clean up before the
Yeah.
get back.
See, when people
Yeah.
are like, "Oh, there's no way," when people are like, "Who's the strongest warrior?" I'm just like, "Come on, it's Ulrich." Case in point. Case in
Nah.
point. Case in
Let's
point.
be real. Let's be real.
Didn't we do a
I-
video about that a while ago?
We did. I
We've
still argue
we've had
odd.
this discussion many a times, but come
Yeah.
on.
Let's be 100%
I
real.
still
It's
argue
either
odd.
Ulrich or William. Like, let's be completely honest with ourselves.
In that video, I argued it was Jeremy.
What were
I
we
know that's
talking
a
about?
hot take.
I said it was odd.
I think
Wait, what video?
Who was the most powerful
who's
Lyoko
the
warrior? I guess
Yeah.
strongest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
makes
strongest. Right.
more
Right.
sense.
I forgot about that.
It's all.
I still say odd.
strongest. It's William in that case. He has a
William,
sword that literally one hit
It
kills
depends
things.
what you mean by. It depends what you mean by strongest. Are we just talking physical, like insta kill strength, or are we talking
I
like?
think in general
Are we
with
talking? Yeah, in
like
general,
just
with like just how well they do on
yeah, like all
Lyoko.
their
Yeah.
I think
I think one
I
of
think
the
it's both. I
one of
think
the
it's
issues
I think
with
it's I think it's
William-
both. I think it's both their abilities and success on Lyoko.
I think one of
I
the
still say
issues
odd.
when
Maybe,
everyone
so.
people bring up William is they tend to also reference just his time as Xana beating the Warriors, and I'm like,
I think Odd
yeah,
has the
but
most
if
kill count against William.
if you were supercharged with the drugs of an evil AI overlord, you'd probably be able to kick some ass too, wouldn't you?
Well, even just base William, like just with the big sword,
Oh my
like even
God,
before he got all the upgrades with Xana.
Okay, let's not
Yeah,
have this
we're-
debate.
Well, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
do
We'll
this
have
another
that
time.
stream next week.
Okay, let's do this
Oh
another
my
time.
god.
I just
Let's
remembered.
fucking-
Sorry, I'm going a little off here, but I just remembered that I think Odd. There was a shocking moment in that video now that Odd was 4th place, I believe, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" For like the
Yeah.
I think we all
strongest warrior.
agreed.
Yeah, because William was the winner in that poll, and then it was Auric, and which I can see why I would, but yeah, that was.
I mean,
That's
Odd's never
I don't know.
technically beaten
It's-
Ulrich
It's
when
an
they
interesting
train.
conversation for sure. But back to Wazy's
Oh yeah.
share.
What's it? Very fun episode, but very little substance. So it definitely rides on its fun, but I just cannot faithfully give it an A. So B.
Okay.
D plus. What happened?
B plus. So, yeah. B
You're like,
plus.
please don't
B,
make it
it's
lower.
the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I just had to make sure you
You know what?
you were
is a
good
bit
there,
higher,
Wazy. I'm like, did you take the
Just
plus
for
away?
that. Just for that, B minus.
Okay, Momo, did
I'm
you have
just
anything else
watching
to
out
say?
for you, Wazy. I want to make sure you weren't having a stroke or nothing.
He's good.
That's
Momo, do you have anything else to say?
good.
By the way, are you good?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
good. Yeah.
alright. I think that's it. I think let's go ahead and rank them. Jory said A. That's still A, right?
Yep. Just, you know what? Just to spite whoever said B minus, A plus.
No.
no.
Anyways, I won't.
Fucking deal with it. Coke, seed.
All right,
Bald.
all right, calm down. It was a joke.
The only
You're
one
wrong,
here who's gonna
ratio.
mull
You're
is me.
My
wrong
what
ratio.
is
Get over it. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
So I'm gonna keep mine at not necessarily, but I'm gonna change my B to B plus because just because of the concept and idea of Odd having Spectre powers fighting another Spectre. The effects were cool, like Jory said, and the sound effects. But as cool and fun as it is, I'm looking at these other A tier episodes. It's just, and it's like also what Flower said. It's not an episode I necessarily come back to, but like if I'm rewatch, I won't like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this episode. But if I'm doing a rewatch, I will watch that in my rewatch. But yeah, it's just not.
Did this episode ever win in the rewatch votes?
I don't know.
And
I
went
actually,
to
you
rewatch
actually
it?
have to look back at that, but I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
right below A, just right below it. I'm gonna get to give it a B plus.
What was this again? We're looking at
Which one? What?
tip
This
top
is-
shape.
The episode number? 47?
Tip top shape.
47 to top shape.
Did not
Uh,
make it into the Christmas rewatch-a-thon.
What?
Didn't
What-
make it into
didn't you-
the October 1st rewatch-a-thon.
How many? Damn, I thought you had.
We only did
what was-
two.
I'll
What
be
was the?
right back.
Okay, what was the one that was like you had you were streaming for like what, a full day?
Yeah, it was like
Which one was it?
fucking 16 hours, I think.
Which one was that? October?
It was both. Both
Oh,
of them went
damn.
16 hours.
All right, well, rip.
Yeah, because I
that
think.
episode.
Hold
That's
on.
crazy. I can't believe you did that, man.
I literally just had the freaking thing pulled up, and
That's fine.
yeah, it was like 16 hours, but that included like two 30-minute lunch
Okay.
intermissions, or meal intermissions.
All right. Dylan, what was your rank for? Oh, you said A, right?
Yeah, I said it's a solid A. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong colors.
And
I mean, okay,
Flower,
it still didn't make it.
you're A minus
You know, I
or
think I'm thinking B plus. It's a good episode, but I think he makes a point. It's not the most substantial episode.
yeah, okay, no
Mm.
problem. Momo, you're staying at B.
Yeah, like a high B, but still B.
Okay. Colton,
B.
B, and Wazy, B minus. I'm kidding. B plus.
Actually, I'm thinking of C now.
Too bad Jory's not here to hear it. I'm gonna recount your fucking B or your A plus. I'm giving it a C because of that. You would win that battle because then Jory would have to say eventually S, and you would have to give it an F. You can't go higher than S.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
he would say A plus. No, wait, he said A minus, right? No. Wait, it doesn't matter. I just thought that was funny.
You said A, and then you said A plus to counter my B minus.
Yeah.
But no, I still give it a B plus.
I remember. I am reminded of this. Meme. It's so good.
All
So
right, so-
good.
Tip top shape, B plus. It
Sorry.
seems.
I'm back
So,
now.
All right, tip top shape is B plus. Where do in B? It's a high B. So where are we putting it? In front of exploration. I think that is Attack of the Zombies probably. Where are we putting it?
So we're putting it in the B area.
Yeah, it's a B plus. It's a high B.
Yes.
If we have
Hold on.
to, between 29 and 40.
That's what I was thinking.
Otherwise, it's between 40 and 44.
Actually, for me, I'm gonna put it behind 40.
Hold on.
I would put it behind. For me, I'm putting it between 40 and
really?
44. Wait, what's 29? Exploration, right? Yeah. I put it behind. I would put it behind 40 just because of Attack of the Zombies. This is obviously one of my favorites. But Dylan says
I think
in between 29 and 40. What about you, AC?
I
That is
gotta
an
agree with
adorable
Dylan
sticker, by
between
the way.
29 and 40.
Okay. What were you
Okay,
saying,
I'd
George?
like to remind you.
That sticker that game just posted, that is adorable. I
Oh.
love it.
Where were you put tip top shape? Anyone else who hasn't Flower or Colton? Sorry.
I kind of agree with
Dylan?
putting it behind well, I think it should be behind Attack of the Zombies. I think Attack of the Zombies has more going for it than this episode.
I would have to I would have to agree, but yeah.
These
Colton.
B episodes.
I know. Colton, what about you?
I think probably after Final Mix.
Oh.
Like, okay, between 44 and 33?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was thinking B plus, I wasn't really thinking about the other B episodes.
Right? I know this is what happens. I'm like, man, I forgot that these other episodes we put here. But all right.
You
so
know what?
Hold on. Jory, what about you? I didn't hear where you wanted to put this in the high B area.
In terms
Flipping
of
the
this
stream.
like bracket,
Yeah. So
in the B area,
Yeah, you have exploration, Attack of the Zombies, Vertigo, Final Mix, Santa's Kiss, and Final Mix.
Good question.
Oops, I didn't mean to put it there. I didn't mean to put it there.
I don't know. Probably Probably in the middle, I'd say. I don't know.
The middle? So like
Yeah, like between
So-
DJ Aelita and
dang. All right, so we
Other
got
one.
2, 2, and 2 here. Momo, are you there? This.
Yeah, me and Dinner, what's up?
Where do you think Tip Top Ship should go in the B rank? So we have Exploration, Attack of the Zombies, Vertigo, Final Mix, Xana's Kiss, and I mean we did say B plus, so it would be somewhere.
For me, because we all know me, it definitely goes below 44. Because we all know me.
Oh, okay.
We all know. Come on. I would say between 33 and 43. That's what I would say.
Oh, all right.
Controversial, maybe, but
No, it's okay. All right. So, Wazy, I think
can
you were going to say
agree.
something, unless it was a joke. But did you have anything else to say?
No,
Okay.
I was going. Yeah. What's it? I think
Well-
I agree with putting it behind Attack of the Zombies, actually. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna move it there.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was gonna
I
have
was
to put it there
thinking about
anywhere.
it.
Yeah. I was gonna put it there anyways, not just because I agree, because I do, but it's because of the other. We had some other ones that was ranking it lower, so it would be right here.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. It's time for the spooky episode, or our other spooky episode. Is anybody out there perfect for mid-October? Getting close to.
oh,
Yeah.
Yumo Greg Wi-Fi. Fucking Yumo Greg Wi-Fi ni tao. Yumo Greg Wi-Fi ni tao.
But we are not getting to contact tonight. I forgot it comes after France Hopper.
Yeah,
not before.
France. I had a feeling we would at least get to France Hopper or finish France Hopper, and we might just do that. So let's see. All right.
Oh, is this the
Ghost one.
is this the ghost
It's
episode?
yes, it is. It's so.
Oh
it's
my
another fun
God.
episode.
I need to leave. I'm gonna have nightmares if I don't.
Yes. Let me pull up my thing. Where is it? Where'd it go? I mean, it's an invisible specter, so I guess you could call it a ghost. By Xana, which I think is really funny, especially like there's a scene where they're
Oh my
attacking
God.
while they're sleeping, and Jim comes. I think Jim's around, and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" Oh, Jim.
He didn't say that.
I know he didn't say that.
Right?
This became something Jim would rather not talk about.
That's a game.
Yeah.
Imagine they drop the H word.
Oh.
What
the
an
hell?
HE double hockey sticks is going on here, kids?
What the hell?
No.
The hell?
Everybody knows Jim.
The
would say,
hell's going
"What
on?"
an HE double hockey sticks is going on here. You kids need to explain yourselves.
The hell's going on?
First needs to get thrown into wall at Mach 2.
This could only mean one thing. Fairy godparents.
Oh my god.
I would love that.
We need
Sorry,
to get
Matt.
we need to get Red-A-Dog on this.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Oh man.
When you have your own personal select crew of voice actors capable of recreating the characters' voices
Seriously.
and/or personalities,
Whew.
you gotta
All right.
abuse that shit.
All right. So.
And
We'll
then
start
the
on the.
fact
We'll
that
start.
you can't pay them.
As always, we'll start from the top. Jory, you'll
All
start
right.
to talk about it.
So this was like, what was this, like Ghost of Leon Corbet or whatever?
Technically, not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then they find out the ghost is real, like at the very end of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, they
What?
don't
No.
find out.
Yeah,
but
they don't.
It's
Or,
implied.
sorry, we find out.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
That was a weird little thing. Like that was something that's not necessarily Kolyoko, but they did it. It was just not something I was expecting.
Totally.
Guys, it was the fucking draft.
Right. That's right. That's what it
Come
was.
on.
Let me look up the wiki for this real
Oh.
quick, because I want to make sure that I'm just like on track with this.
I don't know why Sissy and them. I don't even know why Sissy and them would try to resurrect this person, but
But there's nothing to do on campus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good excuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fun things to do.
Damn.
I
Are
love
you
it.
telling me stupid ass idiotic teenagers who think who
I have an
might have
amazing
glanced
theme
at
idea.
a fucking horror movie
Please do it, Weezy.
and heard this rumor about a ghost that haunts the fucking boiler room wouldn't be like, I'm gonna be cool and edgy and hip and
God, please stop.
summon a ghost.
People already think the school's haunted.
So
enough.
apparently they find out through this attack that the super scanner is bugged, or that Xana did something to fuck it, or something like that, and Jeremy has to go fix it, or whatever.
But he doesn't do it all the time, for some reason. Hey, I can just cheat. We're not playing fair anymore, are we?
And there's like one point where I think there's one point where Jim actually comes in clutch, and he actually like sprays the thing with like fire extinguisher or whatever. Maybe that was someone else. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and it like
I mean, I'll be real. They were smart when they were fighting this ghost thing. They were doing what you should do when you fight something that's invisible.
which is
Just
to,
run
like,
away, right?
Which is like no, it's like to spray it with something so that you can actually see it.
well, I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, if it's a ghost that
What are we
actually
talking about now?
technically follows proper ghost.
Oh, you know
rules.
what? This is actually the first episode where they actually fuck up hitting the key. Well, they
odds
hit it.
thing?
Like no. Like Yumi goes in
Oh, that's
and
good.
she hits the key, but she doesn't make it in time. Like Jeremy's like not able to tell them how much time they have left, so she hits the key. But little do they know that they missed it by just like 2 seconds, and then
Oh,
the
that
place starts
happens?
closing around them.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
there's one where like she's floating in Sector 5 on like a platform.
Who?
And then after they hit the button, she's like, "Oh fuck!" And then she has to like start going backwards, dodging
Doesn't she
laser fire
crush
and
in
shit.
This one.
Yeah.
Does she get crushed? I don't know.
Someone needs to find the
I'm
Luigi.
pretty sure there's an episode
No.
where she hits the key and then she gets crushed.
Probably, but
Oh yeah, she does get crushed.
No, this isn't the
Alita does make it back to the arena, but Yumi gets crushed.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, there was like really nothing about this episode. Let me look at the trivia.
dare
real
you.
quick. Well, there really wasn't. Like, I mean, there just wasn't. Other than the fact that like apparently the supernatural is real, which for this show isn't really much about.
I mean, no, not really. It's a scary Halloween-esque episode. Of course, they're gonna at the end be like, "Ooh, is the ghost actually real?" Ooh.
Yeah.
This isn't the only
No.
episode that implies that like the metaphysical is real, though.
Wait, what other episode, Flower?
Nobody is believing has Orc's mind separate from his body.
Let's see. The French version of this episode's name is Poltergeist.
Yep, that makes sense because that thing is going through shit as well.
I swear there's another episode that also like supports it, but I can't think of it right now.
I'm gonna contest it in the sense that Ulrich is more like just a specter,
Okay,
an image of himself from
different
the
episode,
Let's,
though.
let's not get on this tangent.
different episode.
There's also apparently the only episode where the Lyoko Warriors virtualized while they're wearing pajamas, and I found like the very first error, on here is that when Alita's climbing down the sewers, she's barefoot. However, when she's shown in the lab, she's wearing socks. I remember noticing that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, no, that's kind of a big miss.
Don't worry about it.
I'd rather not talk about it.
How do you save the day if you're forced to wear nothing on your feet?
So, I mean, I'm going to the sewers. Why the fuck would I not wear whatever?
Because you don't want your socks to get damp.
I don't want gonorrhea for syphilis
Sewer water?
on anything on me.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so why would you wear your socks and have them get permanently damp with said things?
Because those are discardable. Skin is not. The end.
Yeah, but your skin is...
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
Anyway,
is anybody out there? Hello.
So
It's just-
I just saw
me.
I just saw the picture. We're all like shoves electrical wiring
Yeah.
into the ghost head.
what do you do in your free time? The Warriors. Fucking crazy shit.
What do you do in your free time?
Well,
Oh, you know,
this
not die.
there's really there's not a lot going on this episode, but the one thing is pretty much enough that they're the ghosts that they're dealing with, and my favorite scene though in this episode would be the first appearance of the ghost attacking in the hallway while they're sleeping, and seeing Jem get flung around, and then it goes after Ulrich and others. It was just creepy
sorry, my headset
and
came out.
fun scene, I think. And then I think they get chased throughout the woods. I can't wait to... Oh, wait. Oh, damn. Okay. What else? I just like all the scenes with this episode. I like that they went in the woods for this because it makes it even more spooky. And then the Lyoko scenes are not that crazy. I mean, they eventually go to Sector 5. And then, the typical Schizozoa trap tries to happen, but I don't know. What is Odd doing, actually? I really don't know what's happening on... It's just your typical get to the key and exterior of Sector 5. I really have nothing else to say about that, but but it's not a bad thing. I really like this episode. I think it's I don't think it's definitely still behind the zombies episode for me, but it's like, so I would give it, I don't know where for B yet because I'm looking at the other episodes too. So somewhere in the B rank for me. It's a really fun episode though. Dylan, do you have anything that you want to talk about? Why you like this episode or don't like it?
I think it does a good job of being your spooky, scary Halloween episode with like a ghost, a proverbial supposed ghost. It has the good kind of dumb teenagers doing dumb shit because they think it makes them cool. I'd say solid B plus, A minus. It's a fun episode. Not one you should put on with 3-year-olds in the room.
All right.
Oh, those 4-year-olds, they can get fucked. Put it on. Make them watch it.
Damn. Flower, you're next. You got
I'm
the floor.
next?
Yes.
Okay. This is just an episode that's always felt weird to me. Like I keep thinking this is a season 3 episode, and then it's not season 3. It's like, oh, it's in season 2. It's at the end of season 2.
It is a weird to be at that end of season 2.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like I don't hate this episode. It's just I feel like if you want a spooky episode, Attack of the Zombies just does that better than like. I mean, Xana possessing a ghost is interesting. I do like the idea of freaking Sissy and the gang being like, let's summon the ghost of Leon Corbet. I actually do think that's something Sissy would do, and I kind of like you could see it as like a sort of character progression of Ulrich being down to like go with Sissy to help her do that. Like, I think that's neat to see. But in terms of just, I feel like it's just one of the weaker episodes. It's okay. It's not boring. I don't know. It just feels, something about it feels weird, but I've never been able to verbalize what exactly outside of like, this is probably more, I don't want to say it's not more supernatural because Lyoko is Supernatural, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the nature of what they're fighting this week is just so different from what we're used to.
Yeah.
It's also one of the more slower episodes. But I'm curious to see what Waze will say when we get to him, because he voted A.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm
And
interested
I'm
too.
trying to figure out
I
why.
mean, I did give it an A minus.
Because I'm
Come on.
I mean, I'm like on the same page with you,
Nah.
Flower. I'm like it's a really I enjoyed the episode. It's definitely not bad. It's not great either. But I think it's a fun episode that I would watch in a rewatch. Picking the episodes I want to watch.
I mean, when I rewatch, I cherry pick basically like
Mm-hmm.
that's not even a proper rewatch. If I'm gonna sit down and rewatch something, I'd rewatch the entire show.
Well,
but
yeah.
like
Ones that
normally
you'll-
when I rewatch, I just pick an episode.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
I
I remember
have.
picking this episode a lot because I kept forgetting what it was about.
Oh, damn.
I mean, it made it
It's
into neither
anybody-
of the rewatch-a-thons, if you want to use
Yeah.
that as your metric
Oh.
for
No.
There's that too.
how enjoyable it is.
I don't think it's a bad episode. I think it's just one of the weaker ones.
Ugh.
But again, this is just me going purely off memory.
Yeah.
I don't really remember a lot of what happens. I feel bad. Normally I do. Normally I remember the Earth scenes. I mean, I
Yeah,
do
there's
remember.
a
I
lot-
remember the satanic ritual.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think this one's like half Earth and half Lyoko scenes when I was looking through it. Because the
They
second
chant,
half
like-
is going to Sector 5.
De Pranina.
But all
In a gray or
right.
something.
Next is Momo. Or sorry, Flower. Are you?
I can't
Day
think of
before
anything
this
else to
Saturday.
say.
Well,
That might change
Yeah,
though
me too.
after I hear certain opinions because
Yeah.
I am curious.
yeah. Same. All right, Momo. You're up.
Hello. Okay. So with this episode, I definitely can see its age. And I mean that in the way of, shows nowadays wouldn't approach a topic like this. And I think it's kind of cool that, they are
Oh.
discussing death and they're discussing ghosts. Like, in kids' shows, they really don't explore the world of death and say literally this person died right
Phantom was
here
great.
in the schools. I really think it's kind of cool, but it does show its age of being like what's appropriate on TV nowadays,
Is that right?
especially for kid shows. Like, I don't know. I think it's really cool, and plus, like, anything to do with like supernatural is kind of fun to me, because like not a lot of shows do that. So I don't know. I like this. I like this episode. It's okay. I still say it would be like a low A, high B. I don't think it's strong enough to compete with a lot of the S tier ones we have or a lot of the A tier ones we have, like in the higher A tiers.
Mhm.
But I think it's good all around, but nothing special.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to come back and get ranks. Let's see if anyone's opinions have changed. So, you was that all? Momo, you were good. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, Colton, you're next.
Oh boy, I've got some shit I gotta say about this episode right
Oh
here.
damn! All right, say.
I'm sorry, Wesley, but you're gonna have
You're
to
wrong.
wait a little bit longer. Oh boy.
Like I'm not trying to discount you, Momo. I'm just
That's fine.
like
What?
Oh,
you go, Colton. Sorry, I'll just keep.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about. Anyways, oh my god, dude, like, how this episode's wild. I mean, like, a pentagram in a kid show. Like, the only time, like, I bet you, like, the only time, like, parents have seen kids see pentagrams is probably,
Oh, yeah.
during Halloween or maybe playing Doom or something like that. But wow, like, in a kid show? You serious? Like, I don't remember I haven't seen any other kid show have like a freaking pentagram in it. So, goodness gracious, these people and these writers and their episodes, this whole show is just insane. And the fact that, once again, Cartoon Network, they did not care about this show enough to censor anything out of this sucker. And that is how, I have no earthly idea, but, So I did some research. Yeah, I know, but like I did some research, and apparently this episode aired in America. Wait, yeah, the French episodes. Yeah. So when it comes to air dates, for some of the American episodes, no, for oh gosh, I can't even speak. What I'm trying to say is the air dates for the episodes in America and France are obviously different. Some air in France earlier, and some in air in and some aired in America earlier. So I did some research, and I was like, okay, is this a Halloween episode? And turns out, no, it isn't, because this episode airs November 1st of 2005. France Hopper
It
airs on
counts.
Halloween.
Oh.
So
I
yeah,
think
Wait,
that's
what?
I think that was a scarier episode.
Wait, what?
To be honest with you.
And
Isn't
wait, how's
November
that?
1st?
How is that possible? How is France Hopper released
2005
after?
the day after Halloween?
Hold on.
yeah. I looked on
France Hopper comes
Wikipedia,
after
and
this
I-
episode.
Episodes aired out of order.
And where in the
Yeah.
States though?
Episodes aired out.
Yeah.
In the States.
Pretty
Okay.
often.
Okay. In the
They're that
States.
order.
I thought you were talking
Apparently.
about France.
No, but like in
The States is
so
different.
I looked at yeah, it is different. But I looked at the Wikipedia page, and I was like, no way, is that true? And then I go look at the wiki, and I'm like,
That's a weird
it
one,
seems
though.
to be the case.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, that's a good.
Someone
counter.
messed up.
But maybe November 1st, what maybe it was on a, depends on what day, because maybe Halloween was on a school day or something, you know, and or maybe like on a Monday, and so they wanted to release it. I don't know, something like that. But that's probably not why.
Well,
They just have their,
No,
Well,
this is rigid. This is just rigid network scheduling and an oversight of, instead of putting it the scheduled day before Halloween, they did it on the one after, because the one after was literally the day after Halloween. Because how your new episode comes out on the same day at the same time every week. That was how it was structured.
yeah.
So essentially November 1st was a week after the day it probably should have been, but it was close enough to Halloween that like someone was just like, "No, yeah, it works. It's fine."
Well, anyways,
suppose.
I mean,
all right. I think
it's not like an explicitly Halloween episode. It's just a spooky episode that
yeah.
probably could
They don't really
be a
because
Halloween
yeah.
episode.
because the creators of Koyoko didn't really like do anything
Honestly,
like that
I
on
think
purpose.
that like the Friend Top episode is scarier than this one.
I disagree.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. I think
Is that
zombies
the
is the
Yumi
scariest one out of
has
all of them.
cancer one?
Yes, but we'll get there
Yes.
after this episode. If we have time, we should.
Mhm.
But let's move on. Who
Yeah,
were
we are
we?
making
Oh,
good
Colton,
time.
you finish. You were speaking.
So yeah, there's all that junk. In terms of this episode, like, they try and summon a freaking specter or a poltergeist or ghost or whatever the case is, which I find insane. First of all,
Dead Man cremated and the
which I do find kind of interesting is that like obviously in the English dub he's known as Leon Courbet, and so I'm wondering if Leon Courbet was the same name in France, like they didn't precisely change it because I hear it and I'm like, oh, that's a French name. It's not like Peter Duncan, where someone was probably like, that should be more of an American name. So I thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, four-armed Spectre, I mean, we've seen Spectre attacks before. I assume we have. I should remember. This is Koyoko
No.
after all.
I don't know.
No, it
Not
hasn't
a
happened?
Spectre by itself like that. Usually, it was. I think that was a first. Unless like technically, what happens in fight to the finish with Xana dying, but that doesn't really technically count either. So yeah, I think it's the only episode I can think of that has a Spectre monster. But
Okay,
continue.
well, there's also one point I want to bring up is that Sissy in this episode says something that I can't even repeat. I'll just post it in chat. This is what she says. and I was like, oh, this kind of has racist vibes, doesn't
Oh,
it?
what?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what
Oh,
that is.
fuck, I
Like,
forgot
what
that
the
she
hell
says
is
Oh, I
this?
remember this part. Yeah, I remember this little clip.
I don't really know what that's supposed to mean exactly. I mean, I know like
I assume that's just her ignorance showing more than like meant to be bad against.
Huh.
I don't think it's meant to be racist. I
No, I
think
don't
it's
think
just
it. I don't think so
Sissy
either.
doesn't really know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, there
I don't
has been
think so
other
either in this
racist
case.
things in the show that
There.
I've noticed, but that's like a whole
Yeah.
different conversation.
No, yeah, and I think you weren't. I don't think you were there for those, but we had those
Jim.
conversations. Oh yeah, Jim. Yeah.
Jim.
That we'll get to that actually. That we haven't got to the gym ones yet, but this one I don't see that for sure.
Oh.
But continue, Colton.
Yeah, they also mentioned in this episodes that Kanak Academy was apparently built in like 1905, and so I thought that was interesting as well because,
Hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, so we know the year that CAG Academy was built, but like, you know, there's certain other dates that like we can't figure out. Like you cared enough to like put the date for CAG Academy being built, but you couldn't put like another date for something
I think
else.
that's probably the actual date the original the academy is based on got built.
Maybe continue.
Maybe
Probably.
so. I'm not sure.
I forget what's the actual academy called.
I don't know.
Lycée
Lacanau.
Doesn't matter.
Lacanau.
Oh, the real one. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you were running out of patience, I think. But anyways, yeah. Spectre, Ghost, haunted episode. Yeah, there you go. It's crazy.
That. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wazy, it's your turn.
Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to say about this episode but peak? That's my
God.
final argument.
I don't like-
No, I'm
I don't
kidding.
hear that.
Cap. Immediate cap.
No, but for real. Okay. So when it comes to Is Anybody Out There, I do think that this is a really good episode. And the reason for that, and the reason I would rank it over something like Tip Top Shape, for example, is because of the fact that I think, well, two things. One, it has an interesting concept with, we haven't really seen specters used in this way before in this episode, like not really. I feel like this specific specter-like monster is differentiates itself enough to make it itself both interesting and just really fun to watch. Stuff like it being invisible, it lifting people into the air and doing stuff. Yes, it's to add to like the general spooky vibe of the episode, and I like that. I think it does that well. But I also just think that this is a fun monster. It uses itself well. I like them hitting it and it going staticky and stuff like that. We've seen that with other stuff too, but I think like the sludge-like appearance makes it that it stands out more to me. Another reason that I really, really like this episode, not just because of the monster, but I think that this episode uses as far as filler episodes go for Code Lyoko, because yes, this is a filler episode, but I feel like this one has a superior usage of its cast in comparison to an episode like Tip Top Shape.
That's true.
What's it? Yeah. The use of Sissy's gang here, for example, let's summon a demon, like that's God. Like that's
Let's summon a
I'm bored.
ghost.
It's the Phineas and Ferb thing.
Yeah.
I'm bored. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Summon a demon.
But yeah. But
I'm that
no,
dead
what's
man
it?
who
That's a
was
lot.
cremated.
That's a lot of fun. It's the sort of like just kids being up to like kid antics that I kind of live for. I think it's both really, really funny and and it's just like, I don't know, it kind of humanizes the characters, especially Sissy in a way, because it's just like, yeah, we're just gonna have a fun time and do this spooky thing that we heard about. It's silly, it's dumb, and it leads into the attack well. And not only that, we have Sissy in this episode who is used, and she gets to get scared. There are a lot of fun gags with her. What's it like her going into Odd's room and be like, "Can I stay with you?" And it's just like, "Oh God, this is a nightmare."
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like,
Oh man.
and what's it? We also have Jim, who is mentioned in this episode, who gets thrown around. He gets to have fun with the Spectre. It's a good time. What's it? Jeremy, I believe in this episode, the Spectre at the end just straight up chokes Jeremy out, like goes inside his throat and just
Yeah, that's that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's scary. That's fun. What's it? The Lyoko Warrior. It's also a fun premise as well because the Lyoko Warriors get to, because of the, yes, it is a bit of a coincidence that the super scan is down, but for a while the Lyoko Warriors get to have the fun of like, oh my God, are we actually being haunted? Like, and navigating that, like having them have to deal with that is just a good time. And I don't know, I feel like stuff, and of course the Lyoko stuff with Sector 5, them missing a key for the first time, like, oh man.
Apparently
Yubi
it was
getting
the
crushed.
third
We
time,
all love
but
to.
I don't know. That's what I read
even then.
on the trivia. But no, I think this one was more
Even
like played up and
yeah.
how unexpected it was.
Yeah. Yumi getting crushed. We love to pick on Yumi. What's it? It's a brutal devirtualization, I'll give that. What's it? Oh God. Telekinesis with like the cube in that room. That's a lot of fun.
Yep. Yeah, the key.
And yeah, I don't know. I think that between, as far as filler episodes go, between its fun and creative concept with the ghost, and of course even though it's a little cheesy to have there might be ghosts in the world, I think it's still fun. Like it's just generally a good time, and between stuff like, again, fun concept, really nice usage of its characters, a good balance between Earth and Lyoko stuff, like the Earth stuff leading directly into the Lyoko bit. Stuff like Sissy's gang stuff like the usage of Sissy's gang. It's just, I think it's a great episode. So yeah, I do rank it A.
Okay. All right, time to rank. Jory?
I don't know.
We all agreed on
No,
A minus, B plus. So
we're
is it
going
A or
back.
B?
We're going back. We're going back.
You know, I was gonna be generous and say C, and then you decided to be a little shit. Now I'm gonna say D because you've angered me.
Okay, but for real though.
I'm gonna say C.
Oh, okay. That's kind of low.
Fair.
Wait, what was the reason for C? I don't remember.
It just doesn't really like do much, honestly. Like not really much.
I mean,
like happens.
It is a filler, so it's not a it's not
Episode.
it is a filler, so we're ranking it as a filler.
It's also a ghost episode. Like,
yes.
I mean, I
Alright,
guess
I'll put you
there's
down for C.
stuff you can do with ghosts that probably hasn't really been done before.
Because
But
there's gonna
like,
be good fillers. Not every and fillers are gonna happen every time to time to like take a break from the plot and stuff. But when they do, I hope they're good because season 4 doesn't do a good job at that.
I think we need to like figure out a definitive list of plot-centric episodes versus filler episodes, and actually do like a ranking of those against each other.
we would just take the ones out of this tier list, I guess. But all right, for me, I'm gonna keep it at B plus. I agree with everything Wazzy said. I think I would like everything he said, but I still keep it where I mean, actually, I don't
forming himself and convincing himself to give it an A.
No, I don't know.
Live.
Now I'm thinking about it. Hold on. I'm just looking back. I'm just looking at the tier list right now. I gave Attack of the Zombies an A, I believe, A minus or something like that. But I still put it behind Attack of the Zombies. So, all right, I'm okay. I guess we'll see where it ranks. But like, I wouldn't be mad if it's, Well, actually, Attack of the Zombies was the total came to B plus. So. I don't know. I like the spookiness and the fun of this episode. Everything I just said, and everything Flower said, and everything Wheaty said. So I just don't also think it's that much of a great episode to put it with all these A episodes. So I think I'm just gonna keep it at B plus for now. Dylan, yours was B plus or A minus because you said both.
I gave it A minus.
Okay. Flower.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a just B, solid B. It's a good episode, but I don't know. I think Attack of the Zombies does what this episode does a little better. Minus, I guess, this episode does have the monster going for it. Like, yeah, the unique use of the monster, but like Attack of the Zombies also has like using the school cast, and I think it uses the school like the extra characters better than this one does. So
yeah, but like it's a zombie episode. Those are so cliche.
Shut up, Mo. It's the way they do it. It's the way they do it.
So is the premise for this
it's
episode?
the way it's the way they
You're
do the
capping
episode.
so fucking hard right now.
I know.
I know you're being sarcastic. So I'm calling you out.
So like, yeah, this episode has both good parts and bad parts, but I think overall it's just a B. It's a good episode. Not as good as Attack of the Zombies, unfortunately.
Yeah. About that comment though about like having a unique glob monster thing is more creative and unique than zombies, but it's just the way the Attack of the Zombies episode was done. It was just more fun and just better in my opinion, but it's like right there though for me still. Okay, so Momo, what's your ranking?
I would give it like a B. Very middle of the road for me.
Okay. All right, Colton.
Originally, I was going to give this episode an A, but then I looked into it more, and I figured, well, maybe it's not always correct up as I thought it was, so I'm going to give it a B.
Okay.
Not saying it's bad or anything like that, but like...
I was just like when you first started your share was so like, oh man, this guy's about to go off. Hey, you know what?
That's
B. Wazy, and you're keeping yours, right? A minus?
To offset the balance, I think that this episode deserves an S. Actually, no. Yeah, A minus.
I'm gonna slap you. It wouldn't even matter if Jory said F.
Mine to S double plus.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
I agree with Wazy.
This one's
S
a weird
double
one.
plus.
All right, this is a weird rank here. This is one of the weirdest ones we've had in a while. So I have 1 C, 2 A minuses, and then the rest, and then you have a B plus and 3 Bs. So I guess
sounds like it's a B.
Sounds like, what did you say?
Sounds like it's a B.
Oh, I thought you said
yeah.
D. I was like, okay, Wazy. All right.
I think
it has to
D
be some.
average.
Yeah. All right. So I know the people who picked A minus are gonna want it on the top of B, but it has to be. Where are we putting it in the Bs? Like dead in the middle?
Can you get rid of your that window so I can see?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that was still there.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
I know people are going to disagree with me, but behind exploration, but above Attack the Zombies, which clown on me, but fine.
Look,
I'm not.
It's on one of the sides of Attack of the Zombies. That's my.
I still think Attack of the Zombies is the better version of this episode.
I'm
surprised.
I mean,
Boom,
wait.
there
What
we
did you rate? What was your rating for Attack of the Zombies? Do you remember, Wazy?
No, I don't.
I don't.
I don't want to look.
No, it's fine. No, I have them written down. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't have the order. I should write people's names down. But yeah, I'm surprised. I think you rated A as well, but
I
just thought,
don't know. I feel like this is just a better episode than Attack of the Zombies.
That's fine.
Because of the fact that again, I like the build up. I like the use of the characters. I think that Attack of the Zombies does use its cast well, but it's also typical. We are in a zombie apocalypse, and we are in a zombie. we're in a zombie apocalypse, so we're going to barricade ourselves within the room. William is not great here. I will give you Sissy and the bond with Millie and Tamia. Yes, she is used better in that episode in comparison to this one. But at the same time, when it comes to just general cast and like, I don't know, I feel like the just general like, we are in a haunting and we need to figure out what exactly is going on. Like, I like the build up. I like the build up. I like the mystery, and I think it's just a lot more fun. But that's just me.
That's very fair. All right. Dylan, you said either side of Attack of the Zombies?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. And then
like just in weighing proportions, if it's not enough people can get it above Attack of the Zombies, the right hand side's fine.
okay, with everyone, okay, Colton and Momo, what do you think
Yes.
this episode should be? Right now it's between I have my, I don't think you can see my cursor, but it's the third one on B right now so far.
Yeah, definitely behind Attack of the Zombies.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
All right.
I think. Gee, I don't. Would I put it before Tip Top Shape though?
I thought about that.
I would.
I thought about that, but I would. I know you
Gee.
would, but I would as well put it above Tip Top Shape.
Geez, you know what? Yeah, I think probably before Tip Top Shape.
All right, so they're just gonna stay. Where it's
44 was Vertigo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that episode.
I've ever. All right.
Listen, it's Ulrich centric. That's why I like it.
Don't trigger
Wait,
I'm
for Vertigo.
here for that one,
man.
but you know I would have defended that with
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, I think there's better Ulrich episodes though.
You and Flower.
Hell yeah.
There
We'll
are
get to
better
those.
Ulrich episodes.
Yeah, we'll get to
There's
those.
the one where
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
kicks his own ass.
Yeah.
When we get to
What?
season 3 and
I
4, my
don't-
peak.
I don't remember that. But anyways, okay. All right. We did it. It stays where it's at. We have time for one more episode, and we're gonna finish it no matter how long it takes. It is France Hopper.
Oh God.
We got
Okay.
We got 30 minutes of the
Wait,
stream,
wait.
but it's probably gonna be more than that.
So
We'll
we're
be
gonna
here a while.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start.
Maybe do we really want to start this tonight, or do we want to
Maybe
start it next?
maybe we should start it next. I think this is gonna take a.
Are
hot
you
minute.
sure you
I
want to
think-
do
I
that?
think this might
Are you
turn
sure you want to do
into-
that? Because we have a little over 30 minutes here.
I think this might be another 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's
it's
gonna-
I don't think it's gonna be 2 hours. I
Wait, hold
really
on.
don't think
What
it's gonna be 2
episode?
hours.
What episode
Friends
are we?
Hopper.
France Hopper.
This is the fake friends.
If we
Yes.
start now, we might
Yeah.
be here for like
Yeah.
2 more hours.
I doubt. I don't think it's gonna be 2 hours long. I'm thinking like an hour.
Let me dissuade you real quick. I've got shit to say. I like this episode a lot, but I guarantee you not everyone's gonna like my take on it because people didn't like the shit that I said about like fucking virtual the fucking like Spectre thing whatever for the Tip Top Shape one. They're gonna debate with me about this one too.
I was like, which episode are you talking about?
Yeah, multiple.
That happens in every episode. I'm kidding. No, it doesn't.
France
Wow.
France Hopper
Out.
is very. France
So are we-
Hopper is a very loaded episode. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm asking, are we doing this or not?
I don't know. I'm just.
I think
listening.
we're
I'm
trying
listening
to
now.
Hold on.
convince Cam not to do this tonight.
France Hopper is a very loaded episode, and one that is very. It's not a divisive episode. I think it's one that most, at least, would rank high, but it's also one that comes with a lot of opinions
Yeah.
about a lot of different aspects of this show.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right. All right.
I feel like it's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
Then we can save it for next weekend. The only reason I was hesitating to or wanting to do it today is because the other last three that will also take, I feel like, longer than France Hopper. So what we're gonna probably have to do is do France Hopper
They'll
and
each-
Contact at one stream, and then Revelations and The Key as one stream.
I'm
I
okay
mean-
with
I'm
that.
okay with
Yeah.
that.
And that
Yeah.
It'll give me plenty of time to get the sound effect
I can't
actually
wait
added to
for
Discord.
51. That's my favorite episode.
51.
That's one of my favorites
Oh, okay.
in all of episode 2, or in season 2. That's one of my.
Yeah, so
that's
I
my
mean,
favorite episode.
I feel like I feel like we should be able to definitely fit 4950 in 3 hours, but the last two could take all 3 hours or maybe a little more. So
I
I
mean,
feel like
come on.
Uh,
Fucking, we're gonna spend literally 45 minutes discussing the merits of
content?
Odd hasn't beaten me yet.
Oh.
I just fucking know it.
Oh my god, Jeremy's dad. Like, that's not realistic.
oh boy. I also think I feel like the next 4 episodes are going to be a debate between S and A for most of them. But
Yeah.
Okay,
actually,
come
I really don't
no,
care.
No. Hold on.
no,
hold
no,
on.
hold on.
Who's going
Fran
first?
We
Hopper,
already
Revelation,
know. Yumi has cancer. Xana picking on Yumi.
Yeah, that's the one of the debates.
Fucking
that's gonna
instant
pop up.
S tier.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Such a
oh, right,
bully.
right. No, you're right. No, he's right. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we even need to discuss this? Actually, actually, why do we even need to discuss this? This one's S. Let's just put it there and call it a day.
Damn, you're right. No, what's it? Okay, I think Franz Hopper, Revelation, and The Key are going to be a debate between S and A tier, but I feel like Contact might be divisive.
Yeah, Contact. I really just that one. I'd be
Yeah.
damned. I'd be damned if that one takes a long time. It's
will.
weird that it has to be. I understand why it's after France Hopper, but it's like, man, why does it have to be after France Hopper between these four? All these. But
I mean,
it
I
makes
think-
sense.
they gotta space out the Chad Ulrich episodes. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm
The
kidding.
thing,
They don't, because they
The
put them back to back.
the thing
50 and
about the
51
end-
are Chad Ulrich episodes. He just fucking ruins Xana's day.
Mistake.
I think the thing about
Almost,
the-
technically, with 51.
I
Look,
think the
51
thing
I'm
about the end of
Excited
season.
about.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Wazy.
Oh.
Second, I cosplayed that evil Ulrich before.
Oh.
Oh. But no, I think the thing about the end of season 2 is that it is one of the most just jam-packed with lore and content and just major events in
After banger.
arguably out of any season of the show. This is one of the loadest
Yeah.
this is one of the most loaded like final couple episodes of a season that this show has ever had.
I
Like,
would-
there are, hold
I
on.
agree.
There
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Go ahead, Weezy.
No.
Sorry.
There are other seasons that have like major events in their final episodes, but like for season 2, it's like, nah, you're getting arguably an entire week's worth of like a 5-day, like you're watching this on Cartoon Network on Magoozy every day after school. That is nearly an entire week's worth of just like lore content. You're learning everything. Like, yeah.
One spooky filler. Back to more lore.
Yeah.
I would say like how season 2 ends is how season 4 tried to rush itself into ending,
Yes.
but couldn't because the entire first part of season 4 had been designed to flow into a 5th season
Yep.
that they just never got.
Yep.
That they realized literally last second, oh shit, we gotta actually tie this all up in the next
Yep.
6 episodes.
To be fair, the original, for what little we know of the original Code Lyoko season 5, it would have been wild. If you know about William, you know about William. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I don't, so Wazy, press it because I don't. What is it?
Oh
me.
my god. Okay, hold up. Okay.
I'm
No redemption.
actually like. Oh, is that? Yeah, okay. Honestly, no. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they were not planning on any kind of redemption, is what I heard.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair to the
Trash.
writers, William's entire purpose was to eventually get
Yeah, exactly why they ran.
possessed
Yeah.
by Santa.
Sadly, it's so
Okay.
dumb.
I'm not gonna start that whole discussion because that's gonna take
It
forever.
isn't. It's
That-
already
that
it's
was-
already here though. So
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to have a debate on whether or not any of the no, that's not no, like his purpose within the story was to be possessed by Xana
yeah,
at the end of
that's what the writer
season
said.
three.
Yeah, that's what the
That was,
Yeah.
a terrible writing decision.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
sorry.
to be
Yeah.
a counter to Ulrich and generate a love triangle
Yeah.
because of fucking
an
course.
audience view or perspective. We don't see that, but when you have a head writer in an interview say that was his two purposes were to be
I
mean,
the bad
Writing
guy
a good
and interfering
writing
with
a
Ulrich
good
and
character necessitates he fulfills the purpose that he exists for while also being nuanced enough to make you question whether or not that was his entire purpose in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine that he was eventually going to get possessed by Xana, but it was way too fast.
yeah.
And I'll die on that
okay.
hill.
It was a little. It was.
Was
I know we talked. Didn't we? I think.
It
what
was
Wade-
the
we
next
had the
What
fucking
Wade said-
episode. Are you shitting me?
What?
Come on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this was one of the episodes where he like dragged on longer than we intended on like one
Yeah.
episode. And then all the
'Cause
other
we did talk
episodes
about
started turning into this.
Yeah, because I remember
debate
Wazy saying something about like why it would. Oh, it was about why it was William who was possessed or something like that. Why it
Part of
works
it-
more.
Well, part of it is that, and yeah,
like not
we
knowing
talked about it.
his
We-
attacks, and because
I'll back off. That's why I asked before. I was like, are we doing this or not? That's what I'm asking.
a little bit.
Like,
We
yeah.
got some time to kill, but I mean,
like,
it just was
I
poorly
think
done.
it happening. I think it happening as fast as it did is both a positive and a negative, and that is all I'll go about it. Watch whatever earlier stream that is. I talk about it. We all talk about it. We'll probably talk about it again when we get to final round in like
I know.
2047.
Yeah, that
I'm
was.
gonna cry.
Yeah,
get to that. I'm
that's.
gonna be
Wait,
like,
you're telling
"Oh."
us we're going to get to final round after we get the reboot to Code
Listen,
Lyoko?
I got
Maybe.
this
This is
all of
opinion
our
about that one.
problems.
Yeah, we'll get to final round after we
Oh.
turn into old men, and we'll be like, hey, remember Cold Lyoko? That was good.
You're gonna.
Hey, you want to play
You're
Pac-Man?
gonna choke and die
on the
talking about
Super
final round.
Nintendo.
So
Did you expect us to be talking about Code Lyoko until we were 80?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
As-
so
as-
funny.
yeah, we
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
I'll be on a cane.
You're already a crotchety
I have
old
something
man.
I want
Go
to
away.
say, but I am not at liberty to say it.
You'll be Kane Rock On, but anyway. Oh,
It's so funny because my two favorite episodes of the entirety of Code Lyoko are like in season 3, so I'm like so hyped to get there
Well,
because I have so many things. My two favorites.
I mean, season 3 does so much right.
listen.
William
Oh,
gets
oh,
Wait,
oh,
I
whoa,
also
whoa,
talked
whoa.
Warriors watch Lyoko get destroyed before their very eyes.
Yeah.
Controversial.
William gets
Whenever I binge
fucked.
Code Lyoko, I start from season 3. I don't watch season 2 or
Interesting.
1, so I don't know much about it. But season 3
Season-
through
you don't
4
watch
is
season-
like my forte.
Not even season 2. That's crazy.
I'm
No,
looking-
okay,
I-
controversial.
I
I just want
can't-
to see William. All right, controversial take.
okay.
I start where William
Fair,
shows
alright.
up, and then I go off from there.
Wait a minute.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
best
gonna
arc.
do?
It's so good.
Wait, Momo, you've never seen episode 51?
Oh,
Of
course
course.
I have.
Yeah.
There's
That's
select
Momo.
ones
that's
that
Ulrich
I will
versus
watch.
Ulrich.
Momo.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
Watch
I mean,
episode 51?
Or is really Xana?
It's Ulrich versus worse Ulrich. Get it right.
You get
Cam.
two Ulrichs. Shut up.
It's literally
mean-
the best fight in the series.
Hey, that's opinion.
I say I don't watch. I haven't seen
Is
season
it?
2,
It's the
but like,
best
if I'm gonna
choreographed.
binge
Yeah, is
I'm
it?
gonna
Is it
watch
really
I don't know
though?
if I'd say it's the best.
Yeah. Opinions.
Well,
but
we
If
yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
the
watch
best.
it, if I'm gonna binge and throw it on the background, I'm starting in season 3.
I mean, hold on, but I mean,
Episode 51
there.
has the best
with-
fight choreography in the entire show, but I wouldn't say it has the best fight.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say is the best fight?
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think. It's season 4 for sure.
It's not the I wouldn't say the final
blood
fight. I would
there.
have to say.
Yeah,
I would
that's a
have
good
to
one.
say them defeating Xana William to rescue William.
Yeah, Down to
It's
Earth is a
one of the
really
best
good one. Yeah.
fight
That is a good one.
That is a really good one.
I
especially
think
with the
any fight
setting
between
of
Ulrich and William is really
Colossus.
good.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of Ulrich and William.
Hey, look, I'm biased.
Hell
I would
yeah.
say Ulrich defeating the Colossus is a badass fucking bomb ass fight,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna say it's the best.
Yeah.
G, man. Ulrich is the G.
Yeah.
Why would you him?
Yeah.
Look, we all know
But yeah, you just
that from you,
Little
Momo, Ulrich
green
can
over
get
here,
it.
I'm good.
I'm sorry. Like I just can't. Like it's like it's fine if you don't agree. I just can't say that it's not my favorite. Like it's just so damn good.
is it your favorite? No, that's Ghost Channel.
I mean,
You like it? You like
I'm
Ghost
not
Channel
saying
more,
it's
right?
That's my
bad.
favorite
I'm just
episode.
saying, like,
No, that's a really badass fight. I'm just like,
It's not
there's some really good season
the
4
best.
ones.
Yeah,
where
It's
like,
a fucking like samurai lightsaber battle in a mountainscape with like everything on the line in the background. Like that's
no, yeah,
so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. We all agree with that. Yeah, we all agree with that.
And like Xana
Yeah.
Ulrich, we're gonna get to this in 51.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into everything right now, but Xana Ulrich's design is so
It is.
cool.
I like it.
I mean,
I've
look,
done that
we all love
costume,
a
too.
cool duel,
I've done that
a good
cosplay.
duel
Oh,
of the Fates
yeah.
reference.
Show me that. I want to see.
I gotta find it.
Please show me.
I think that was one of the first ones I saw.
Bum.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Oh, on the topic of Duel of the Fates, I found a wonderful YouTube channel that does reacts. It reacts to all the Star Wars as deepfakes of Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Anakin, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'm
See the
waiting
TikTok
for
where people
Man.
dress as them.
As much as you know, Final Round, like the writing with William has its like problems and stuff. Final Round, man, it's a good ass finale.
I mean, that was definitely like it was a great conclusion. Oh my god, that's
Indeed.
amazing. That is amazing.
Thank you. And I, of course, have the regular Ulrich too, but I did
Oh.
that one for funsies.
Immediate. I didn't even know you had an Instagram. Immediate follow.
Yeah, and then I have the eyes that I photoshopped into the Xana.
Yeah,
perfect.
I
Holy
was the eyes
shit.
kind of set me off, but I guess if you're Xana Ulrich,
They're supposed to set
I'm
you
okay
off.
with
That's
the
point.
being a little uncomfortable. The blue,
Yeah, it's
the blue
supposed to
light
be.
is the blue lighting from your phone screen.
It's actually blue lighting from my ring light that I had. It was a little bit more of a, because I wanted to have more of a like Sector 5 vibe to it. So
Gotcha.
I did more of like
It's
a cooler
not-
blue lighting.
It's not bright enough. And
It's
I
like
say
the
this
vibe, that's the
because
idea.
Yeah.
because it's not illuminating.
It's too late,
It's
Dylan.
only doing your
It's too
face
late.
is only picking up in this image.
It's too late. The pitch has been taken. Are you all enjoying
I'm
this
just giving
stream?
good photography advice
Yeah.
for the future.
Yeah, we're
You want to
still-
make sure
This
the
was
light
my God.
reflects
4 years
your
ago,
like
so-
the whole of you equally, because that way your face
Years
doesn't
ago that I
pop
was
out
doing that
unnaturally.
picture. So I've gotten way better at photography since then.
Yeah.
But it was
Sorry,
a long
I'm
time
sorry,
ago.
gamer.
Hey,
You're a
I
little
just like to
late.
give constructive criticism. That's all.
No,
And
I'm
if
just fucking with
if
you,
this
sorry.
isn't your best work, this is like a couple years ago, and you're better now. Well, then you can just say, "Thank you. I don't need that criticism."
he could be like, shut the fuck up.
exactly.
No, yeah, like I mean, it's so good, and like, I remember the first time I saw that because like I forgot that episode happened when I was younger.
Which one are we talking about?
And 51. I
Okay.
forget the name of it. I forgot its name.
Wow,
already.
you don't even know the name of it. How dare you?
Oh wow. Oh yeah. You're one to fucking talk.
Revelations. That's
Pal.
what it's called. That's what I know
Yeah,
it's called.
you know this. Okay, what's the name of episode 74? Tell me right now what I'm looking at.
74.
You can't.
I can tell you
can
something.
you? You can't. You can't. You lose.
Lab rat.
No, you fucked up.
Yeah,
You
I
lost.
think that's right.
You have to look that up. You looked
No,
it
no,
up
I
in
did
that
not.
time.
No, I did not.
Bullshit.
I did not.
Bullshit.
Because I know 76 is the lake. 75, 75 I believe is hot shower. 76 is the lake.
I
though.
don't know, buddy. That's a
Actually, I'm gonna see if I'm
long
right.
time.
I'm gonna go see if I'm
That's
right.
That's pretty.
A long
that's
time.
long enough time to Google.
Oh, okay. All right, buddy.
I'll just fuck. Just fucking.
I'm actually gonna believe Cam here that
I'm-
you didn't look it up.
No, I had to think about because 76 is one of my favorites, the lake. So I'm thinking like 74.
Yeah.
What's
No,
up
I'm
right before
fucking
that,
with
but-
you.
No, I know. I have to test my knowledge though. My knowledge.
What was I gonna say? I
My
just thought,
my favorite episode in season 3 is Temporary Insanity, so I'm like so hyped to get to that. Like I watched the
Oh.
episode, I think I could the whole
Temporary
thing
Insanity
perfectly.
is a great episode.
It's my favorite, and it gave us like the canonical feeling of getting zapped, and I love it so much.
Okay, all right. So I was right about 76 and 75, but 74 is actually I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh,
yeah, that's
Lab
right.
Rat is 78. I was close. But yeah.
My favorite funny episode of season 3 was False Lead because of the
Oh
fucking,
yeah.
Men in Black
yeah.
on the Men in Black.
Wait,
guy on Helium.
yeah, that
Even
one.
we have no idea who we really are.
I love that one. Poor Jean Pierre again. He's like, you hear
Oh.
that? They said my name. Like, shut up, you're busted.
Yeah.
That and Temporary Insanity are two good
John
ones.
Pierre.
Season 3 is season three, man. Season 3, I've had more respect for since last year, but yeah, it's still probably at the bottom. But
It
I
is
do have
the
more-
weakest
I
season.
do.
I
I
will
do
always
think.
stand by that.
I do think it's a little less hated. I think it's a bit too much hated though.
Yeah.
Nah, I am the certified season 3 hater, and I will continue to. Oh.
Well, damn.
I will not
I mean,
rest until everyone.
Because last year's rewatch, I was finding myself very interested and intrigued with season 3 than before, just because of all the times Xana wins in that season made it more interesting to watch. It made it more intense for the Warriors, and it was just I have more respect for that season. I know it's shorter and it has some. There's not a lot of episodes with like a lot of like lore and stuff, but each episode is Xana trying and eventually winning by taking each sector down until he takes over William to destroy the core. So yeah, I just thought I still rate it below as below season 1, but I definitely think it gets hated a bit too much.
Okay. I've
Well-
got another call I have to get to, so I need to head off because
Alright,
this
no
went on for a while.
All right.
Well, yeah, I
See
mean
you
our
next
stream
week.
doesn't really end until the next 13 minutes, but
Alright. I'll see you all
Yeah.
next week.
all right, man.
Bye.
How long?
I did my math. We would finish this whole tier list by I think it was the second weekend of January if we continue the
Good
streams at that
God.
point. At that
Oh.
point, and that's a estimate because I was doing 4 episodes per stream. That's the normal, but there's gonna be those episodes where they're gonna be longer, so it might be longer than mid January.
Well, there's gonna be one where we're going to need multiple weeks because
That's
once
crazy. What would
Flower
that be?
finishes talking about how terrible of an episode Caddick Bombshell is, I'm gonna sneak up
no,
and say,
we're not-
actually, Caddick Bombshell was kind of peak.
You would be
my
disconnected.
God.
You would be
Ready
disconnected, is
For
what
the
would happen.
debate of why Caddick
Immediate loss,
Bombshell
man.
is not as bad
It's
as
a
people
bombshell.
say it is.
No, it's bad.
It's the bomb.
I am ready,
It's the
Wazy.
bomb.
Are you, Flower? Are you ready to go up against Wazy and I?
I'm really not ready to talk about the episode because
Sure.
it's just
It's
so,
time.
so trash. There's gonna be so many.
I'm glad
So
we're not talking about the last 4 episodes now because I might actually need to like watch them again.
the last 4 episodes of season 4.
Season 2.
Oh,
Season 2.
Well,
oh, there you go.
I-
You got time now, actually.
I could maybe get
Like, we should. We could.
Booker
Well,
up to speed. Because once we get into season 2, she won't be as against watching the show because it gets so much better.
yeah.
After we finish with the stream, I think I'm gonna binge watch, just go out of order, just like hit shuffle on the YouTube playlist
Oh my
and
God.
so and
Hit
work on
shuffle.
costume stuff.
If I
Let's
still,
go.
if I had
Oh, that's
remembered
background
to
noise.
download to record the rewatchathons, I could just like send you the rewatchathon.
But
so
we
you can
have
get
but you have the YouTube channel has a playlist of the 97 episodes. You just press shuffle.
And I hit shuffle button, and that's why I watch them out of order. Because like that's my
Are
problem
you-
is that I don't know the episodes because I binge them out of order and like just binge them in order. So a lot of the plot gets mixed for me. So it's like, oh, that's 4 episodes, not a movie.
Gosh.
You know,
I
it's
mean,
like, I
watching
have
them
to
out of
remember
order
That
works
sound-
for season 1.
Oh man.
That's it.
I don't know if I can
That's
do that.
it. Once you get past season 1, you're
Is that?
No,
is that?
I love it being like season 4, like, skip line and everything. They go in like Teddy Godzilla the next episode.
Yeah, I
It's
know. I was about to say the
fantastic.
same. I was about to say like you have William
It's the
being
best.
possessed and destroying Lyoko. The next episode, teddy bear.
Like, Aelita's still there. Oh, Aelita's here. Oh, Aelita's somewhere else.
Gosh.
Like,
Do
you
you
want
have it?
cool
Do you are you
outfits?
like? Do
No,
you
it's
watch
Black
it like that,
Samurai.
or are you putting it in the background while you do stuff, or both? I guess.
Typically I'm like working on cosplay stuff. I'm doing a competition soon, so I'm gonna have like in the background as I sew.
Nice.
It's
Just
a nice background
do
to have.
stuff. It's wonderful.
Mhm.
That I binge and like Pandora Hearts, which is what I'm working on right now. So
Not Kingdom Hearts.
I got those
Interesting.
two all play in the back.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 cosplay competitions in the next 2 months. So,
I might actually watch some episodes now. I'm not doing a full rewatch. I did that last year, and I mean, I know
You guys
we
watch
plan
them
to do.
together?
I know we do plan to do a rewatch after the tier list, but that's gonna be next year now.
we all just sit here and watch Code Lyoko together and just
Well,
chill.
Yeah, I had a thought during our tier break, like watch the episodes that we're gonna talk about and then talk about them, but that
Yeah.
would make it longer.
Yes.
We would have to be on a lot earlier, or just do 2 episodes per stream, and it'll be the end of next year until we finish.
Everyone do their homework. You have to watch your episodes before you can join the stream.
I mean, we could do it on our own time too.
Oh.
You have to do your homework before you come on the stream.
No, no.
No.
I am actually definitely since we're at the end of season 2, I'm gonna probably watch some of the ones that we talked about a lot in the past, like New Order, and some of the episodes where I'm like, man, when we talked about some certain episodes, I'm like, man, I want to rewatch that now. New Order, Zero
Why would
Gravity
you-
Zone.
Why would you expect me to actually watch Code Lyoko? Like, I have better things to do with my life.
Yeah, you still can't even finish your current rewatch.
Listen, we're not talking about that. I'm memeing about how the show
It's
is
too bad.
terrible.
Okay, Jim.
Let me have this.
Nope.
Okay, Jim.
What?
Okay,
You said
Jen.
we're not talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, you're right. See,
you
I would
always
have
just
known
watch
that
the
if I
Kingdom
actually...
Hearts movie too. The cutscene movies.
Let's go!
Kingdom Hearts, baby.
Yeah!
Oh, look at the time.
Gotta go.
I'm kidding. Where's that GIF I had? Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
I can only
find it.
imagine.
You can never escape, Cam.
Nope.
Yes, I
Especially
can.
since I'm back now.
I can escape. I'm sure I favored this GIF somewhere. Did I not really? Oh, here it is.
Isn't that he goes into a closet there, doesn't he?
I don't know. That was a reaction I used for when Kingdom Hearts got brought up one day.
Oh. You can never hide, Cam.
Me driving home from work, watching all the idiots in front of me lane changing, trying to gain an extra position in the traffic jam.
God, that's me driving to work.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream real quick. Sorry, it's been silent. We're pretty much done.
You're
But
good.
bye, everyone watching it.
I thought we
So
ended
long.
already.
No, we were.
Yeah, me too.
We had